better than I do as far as individually. I am attempting to smooth things over at least, as I know most of them do not have at least the best opinion of me. And I'm asking you because you're kind of the de facto leader at this point. Um, what do you think about insert cloak idea? Because I don't want to take up a shit ton of time.
He kind of like mulls it over for a second. Sounds like a good idea. Everyone in this group is worthy of distinction from the others we will eventually add to our ranks.
Okay. It sounds good. I will try and get that planned out and see if I can get that. Please don't tell anybody. I'd like to have it be a surprise.
I'm so like I'm just making sure
A
I'm
surprise
where.
gift from me.
Oh, I know. I'm talking like out loud to Zargan, and naughty to an extent as well. You finished that cloak that you had that you made for me before from the lizard skin, correct?
This downtime, I think we were going to make it official, and I did write in there, hey, I think Mystic wants to do a thing, so it might end up being like boots or something like that. So that's why I did leatherworking as a thing. So if it's a thing where he presents something, I can still change, I think, at this point, right, Zargan? To like make you boots or gloves or something.
Sure.
Shoulder pads.
The
The
theory,
the Warcraft route.
A little
the
vest.
theory with that was
Yeah.
Fable wants his cloak still made out of the materials that he was having, but he wants it built in the same style of those cloaks I'm buying for everybody, Zargan, so that it has that mechanical effect
Okay.
as well. Like basically the two of them mashed together into one thing.
And everyone gets distinction, but I have the most distinction.
Yeah,
As
That's fine.
appropriate.
However you would like it.
is that
Okay.
possible to make happen, Zargan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just making sure I wasn't like wearing it currently because I couldn't remember exactly like how that worked. I just knew a long time ago he
Glizzy
started
Talks
it, but
has said several times he wanted to do it, but it's never actually been made.
yeah, not a lot of downtime. Understandable.
Correct.
I'll say to him, Glizzik was working on a cloak for me. Work with him and see what you can do with that same material.
I will. I just poked the door open. Glizzik, come here.
Okay.
That's fair. That's
Go see what he wants. My master would like to see what you want.
So we're all outside again.
Look, like a typical 10-year-old kid, he doesn't want to like go over there. He just like answers back, "What?
Come here.
What do you need?
Krugen needs you.
Kruger, do you really need me?"
Come.
Giggity?
Power word command.
He's only 10. He's only 10. He doesn't know what that means.
10-year-old, that's like 90 in goblin years. He's going to die soon.
He's like 40.
Doc, she knows. All right, I'll go into the room. What? Stomp, stomp, stomp.
It's impressive since we're outside.
I am Groot. Whoa.
What's your language?
It sounds like you are making Kruger a cloak.
Way to keep the surprise, but I've only been talking about it for like 3 months now.
I am going to be purchasing some items for everybody and kind of having them be essentially, for lack of a better term, a uniform. And Kruger would like to see if you can integrate that into the cloak you're making for him.
Okay.
And I'll just, since we've already had this conversation, I'll just explain the concept.
I will hold up the material that I have to work with so you can see what's there. It's a couple of like teeth and claws and a lot of like leather from the dino. It was the fight where we We got Thag. Remember in that ogre?
I can. I have no expertise. I was simply going to go purchase them from a tailor in town, or a leather worker, or whoever I can get them from. Um, so I don't know the mechanics behind how you would add that into your crafting. I could get you an additional one that you could like maybe craft over the top of, or something.
Ooh, reversible.
Like my ring. I mean, like, what material are you planning on using for everybody else's? Is it like
Just
linen or burlap,
cheap ass like
human skin?
Yeah, exactly. It'd probably be. I think they're made out of. They're just cloaks, like normal standard cloaks. So just be probably leather or not leather.
Cotton.
Yeah, like cotton, essentially. I mean, it'd be more durable than cotton because of the mechanic of it, but
Yeah, I think that maybe we could do like a little bit of cotton and then maybe have a little bit of fur on the ends or something. You know what I mean? For decoration bits or something like that. You know, even if it's just whatever, wool or something like that. A little bit here and there. What kind of design were you thinking of making on?
In the middle of them like having this conversation, Kruga's clearly like bored at this point. He just opens the door and goes back inside and continues to eat.
I figured.
you're leaving the two of us outside by ourselves.
He knows that neither one of you can outrun him, so he starts hearing shit. Both y'all get your ass whooped.
I'll
All right,
grab you.
you
I'll
heard
grab
him.
you. Smack their heads
You
together.
heard him. If
Grab-
he hears shit.
If
Okay,
so,
silent combat. Go.
Yeah, so who's got silence as a spell prepped for today? You hear a surprising lack of sound from outside all of a sudden. Let me. I'll just go see if I can figure out if I can get them, and then I will bring you one, and you can use it as a template or a mold or do whatever you need to for it, if that makes sense. And for a design, I'm gonna put the original group logo that was created when we first started, which is like the golden thorn thing with the 6 colors on it.
Zargan, I can't find punch in the nuts as an option on the action. Unarmed combat. So
No, you have to have a feat for that.
He has 2 feet to punch in the nuts.
both feet.
Naughty, probably the top one of that.
Slowly, very slow.
I don't see no picture. All I see
Okay.
is a map.
Nah, he sent it to me as a DM.
Yeah, I just sent it straight to.
Yeah, no, I remember that. With the colors for everybody too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Okay.
It may be like, thread for that color or whatever, like, you know what I mean? To try, rather than trying to like dye whole fabric, it'd be easier to dye the thread to try and make the picture for the colors, especially.
Yeah, well, the other, what, 4 of us, 5 of us, you, me, Zakara, Raz, the other 4 of us. I'm gonna have it just made with those on it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm gonna have them embroidered and stuff at the shop when I buy them.
So theming wise, Zargan, I think what we'll do is I'll make it like a mantle, so it'll be the shoulders, and then the cloak will be like attached to the mantle. So he'll have like dinosaur, like maybe 3 teeth or claws hanging up on each shoulder like that, and then the leather part will go across the back of his shoulders and neck, and then the cloak will be out the back of it.
Okay.
That'll probably be the easiest way to do that. So it's more adorned, but we all kind of like look like we're in the same bowling team together.
Sweet.
Bowling, huh?
So you take goblin heads and you throw them at dwarves.
I use an alchemist fire to knock over a pin and it blows away the other ones. That counts, right?
Yeah,
We're towards the end of the day, right, Zargan, if I remember right?
it is midday.
Oh, it's midday still?
Yes.
We haven't done
What
too much
you
today.
need bottled you need bottles of chain lightning, Raz.
That could hit strikes from other lanes.
Yep.
Okay. I think we got that worked out. And I just walk back inside.
At this point, I'm pretty much droning on about these new things, how they work. Mostly to Zakara, since she's probably going to be the one that gets most of the use. Kruga as well, but I know he doesn't really mind
It's a
too much.
poison. It's an injury poison, Kruger. You have to put it on a weapon.
Yep.
You put it on my hand wraps.
No.
No, it has to cause injury like wounds.
It has to.
His hands cause injury.
Poison specifically need slashing or piercing.
Ah,
Yep.
Pierce them with your fists.
Yep.
So what I'm
under...
hearing is you need to put spikes on your hand wraps.
We've
Glass.
got someone who specializes in the sharp, pointy bit style of combat. So
I just grew up my fingernails.
Punch them in the mouth. In the mouth. The whole fist.
this is some interesting things. I'll hold up the smoke stick. Smoke grenade mostly. It creates an area that would obscure things inside of them.
What's a grenade?
Hold up an alchemist fire. Oh, a blight bomb. He'd be more likely to survive that. He's got a good fortitude. You got a good fortitude, right?
Yeah.
Don't burn down the town.
Yeah, fire's probably not the best. I'll stick with the poison. Stains can always be removed. This one creates a area that would conceal things within it. Good if we're getting pelted by arrows and the like. Put the smoke stick down, pick up the sleuthing toxin. This one is a rather interesting one. It turns mostly used in folks who find themselves working at morgues and the like to work with the bodies more appropriately. It actually turns your flesh a bit more malleable, squishy. Moves around the bones when it shouldn't. Makes it very painful to move. And if the poison runs its full course, makes it very painful to do much of anything that requires movement, consensual or not.
Is it deadly?
I would imagine so, yes.
So that's for use like in interrogation time.
Or just whenever. I would imagine that swinging a sword
Thursday.
when your flesh isn't tethered to your bones would be extremely painful.
Yep. Any attack or move action you do, you take damage.
That's just stage 1. Stage
Yeah,
2
stage
is
2.
attack, manipulate, and move trait.
Yeah. So if you cast a spell on stage 2, you take damage.
Or shoot an arrow, yeah.
Well, that's an attack action.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Stage... Well,
manipulate would also be like
anything.
loading a crossbow.
Yeah. Like drawing a freaking potion or something.
Yep.
Stage 3 would be
the
all
above
of that
plus if someone moves you.
Forced movement, yeah.
So if Kruger grabs you and pushes you or throws you, well, you're taking damage from that too.
Yep. Best way I can figure to describe it is your flesh is not currently connected to your bones, and that would probably be extremely painful. It's not the biggest damage, but for what could potentially be 3 actions of, what at worst, 3d6 of damage. So 9d6 if they do manipulate shit for every action.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to use that on Balthamel.
Well, if memory serves, poisons are particularly effective on undead, yes?
Probably not.
There's still some... I would assume it might have some effect. He just may not feel it. May not affect him. He's supernaturally tethered, or whatever you wish to describe it as. I'll put that one down. This one, this little pouch full of little pellets, are like silverine, kind of a blue sheen in the light. These ones are interesting. Throw one of these in the body of water, it freezes an area. And if I'm reading these correctly, about a 10-foot square area.
Well, just throw them all, but yeah, the whole pouch or whatever.
Whole pouch just when emptied into an adjacent.
Yeah, you can't. It's not like I have 20 of them and I can use them one at a time. No, it's one use.
throw this into some water, freezes an area, and I can't imagine that would be pleasant if you were in the water, but you should be able to walk upon it just fine. If something's in it, they have to make a reflex save, or they are immobilized in it and take some damage. It's got hit points and hardness and all that fun stuff to break it. And let's see. It does require a check to traverse the ice because, it's ice. So those of us who aren't the best at acrobatics would probably still want to not go cross it unless they wanted to look pretty silly doing it.
Favorite terrain, snow goblin.
Should last about an hour before it kind of melts back into its original form. Now, these last two should be interesting. This one, I feel, might get the best use for Kruga. And perhaps Zakara. It's multi-purpose. This is a toadskin salve. 2 ways to use it. You can put it on the melee weapon. It's the most effective. And when it hits, the mucus is somewhat toxic and will deal a bit of persistent damage and until the body.
It's actually you put it on yourself.
No, there's 2 uses.
I know. Read the first one. You hit someone and you fling it.
You put it on yourself, and then when you hit someone with a melee attack, you can
fling
sleuth it off. Yeah,
some salve on them.
Sleuth the salve.
Yeah, that's very useful. 2d4 persistent poison.
Mm-hmm. But once you use one of the effects, it will end. So you'd have to put it back on to slap it on again.
What happens if the attack is a crit? Is it still just
Nothing.
2d4?
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, I think it might be. It's a poison, so on the crit, I'd have to look at the poison tag again.
No, because there's not an attack roll for the poison. It's just if you hit, you automatically do extra damage.
That's right. Yeah, there's no save or nothing. That's right. It just deals damage guaranteed as long as you hit.
So you put it on like your arms and stuff, and then if you hit with a melee strike, not like a ranged weapon, you could use your reaction to fling the mucus on them, which will do 2d4 persistent poison damage to them. You get hit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
On the other use, if you haven't slinged it off of you from hitting someone, then if you are hit by an attack, you can cushion it. The mucus provides a sort of protective layer. It won't damage the creature, but it will reduce the damage you take by 5.
5-fold damage.
5-fold damage.
Yeah, not that useful compared to 2d4 persistent poison.
But it is still universally useful because if we're fighting an undead and they're immune to poison, well, you could still at least cushion a little damage. It's not a lot, and it does take your reaction. So, but
I have so many reactions.
Yep. And then this last one is more of a specialty item. More or less similar to a smoke stick, creates an area, would conceal those inside, but it is filled with a very specific type of metal. When it is detonated and the smoke occurs, that smoke is actually made of that metal. So say we're fighting something with that has a particular allergy to silver, it would be quite harmful to them. Mechanically, if you're fighting something with a weakness to the metal type is determined when you create the item, by the way, so it could be cold iron, silver, etc. If you pop this thing on something with a weakness to silver, it takes its weakness and damage the moment it's exposed when it starts its turn in it.
Yep. So if it has like a weakness 5 to silver, and silver is what's in this, every round it's in that cloud, it takes 5 damage.
Yep. And it lasts for a minute or dispersed by a strong wind.
Silver!
So, that werewolf, Kruger, could just hold down inside this thing and it'll probably panic pretty damn quick.
And that's when I grab 4 things inside of it. And we have a giant hug together.
And that's what we got.
Are you going to want to reverse engineer all of these?
Ideally, eventually. Some of them are pretty pricey.
I did see that.
The metal sphere is 90 gold, so that would be a hefty cost there. The toad skin's 55. The cold comfort freezing the water one is 70. Sleuthing toxin is 60, which would probably be the one I would want to do first if I had to pick one. And then the smoke stick grater is 53 gold. And reverse engineering is the same as crafting. It's half up front, and then I can mitigate the other half the longer I spend crafting on it.
Damn.
And all you get out of it is the formula.
Yep. I think if I critically succeed, I think I get to retain the item, but I'm not going to rely on that.
No, I think
Also,
you just get
that might be wrong.
materials. Don't forget, Raz, in your inventory, you have some alchemical materials you've had since like the first adventure.
Yeah. I haven't really crafted.
Well, you've done a little the one downtime, but just so you don't forget about it.
Oh, I finally finished the companion guide and got through all the camp and stuff. I mean, yeah, I was a little lacking, but I did like basically the resources so you don't have to micromanage 18 different monsters, giblets.
Yep.
That's about it. The recipes were fine, whatever.
All right, so that's your alchemical items. You
Yep.
had your cloak discussions. You're also at the table eating having some soup and some bread. Not a whole lot of bread left. Kruger's been hogging it down.
I'm eating a size proportional amount of the bread.
Oh, I've got cornbread in the fridge. I should get some cornbread.
Guillermo ate it.
Oh, Gelgrim, before I forget.
Oh,
I'll
yes.
take out a pouch with your gold and also the rune stone and give it over to you.
Oh, thank you. How much gold was it?
32.
Wow, you kept all of it. You didn't take any of it.
Does that surprise you?
That's
Wow.
Mystic saying that, not Galgrim.
Wow.
Galgrim wouldn't have fucking known.
I mean, I was about to say, I mean, she's been pretty straight with us. She's sticky fingers with other people, but
If you look in your inventory, Galgrim, you have a rune of striking.
I'll throw you the 2 gold and say thank you for doing that for me. I really appreciated it. I know it's not a ton, but
It was a favor, and I'll slide the 2 gold back.
okay.
one day I'm going to make good on that favor.
Also, while we were at it, I pull out the little flyer thing for the wyvern hunt.
Okay.
Did you add that into my sheet already, Zargan, or do I need to?
No, I didn't. There's not one there. I gave that handout that has it on it. Under notes, underscore party. It's a 1 in poster.
Oh, no, the item.
Yeah, no, there's
You put
no
the rune
actual
on there,
item.
okay.
Just a rune.
Okay, I'll take the copy of the wyvern hunt flyer and just lay it on my table and be like, if anybody wants to go make some extra money, here's a hell of a good way, and I think this is within our abilities. And just kind of throw it on the table.
I popped it open for everyone.
1,000 gold.
It's the maximum. It's 200 per.
Checking out my animal handling.
So a potential of 1,500 for both maxing the stingers and the poisons.
Yes.
Yeah. It's gonna be like, wow, we like kill them and then have neither poison nor stingers on them. Like
it's a 2% drop rate.
I killed 10 wyverns. We haven't found 1 foot yet.
The stinger's right there. I see it right
Why
there.
do none of them have wings?
At least it would make sense if they didn't have poison if they, injected it into someone, but the stinger is right there.
If it injected someone, we just have to walk back with it and be fine.
One of the characters has the ticket for the team. He's got all the poison inside.
They can be destroyed in combat.
Interesting. This is rather potent stuff. We actually have some of this on us right now. I'll take out the.
Would we know how far away it is? Because it says it can be found in such and such. Yeah, I mean, time-wise.
Oh, I have to.
Go ahead, whoever was speaking.
No, I don't know how far away it is.
It's north of us, that much I can tell, but yeah.
Chances are we might have to actually track down their nest. I would imagine they fly around a lot during the day, but we have someone who's well into the naturey aspects, yes?
Kruger, yeah.
I can do everything.
Because that is a, fairly wide stroke area, but you gotta imagine wyverns probably cover a lot of ground. That does bring up a concern, though. If we're willing to go after this stuff's no joke. The poison in them. I've been beginning to tinker with it myself to reverse engineer it and find a way to simulate it myself. And, well, I'm not as worried for folks such as Kruger and myself who have a bit of tolerance to foreign objects in our blood, but the rest of you, especially those who are a bit frailer than others, may want to take preparations.
I'm not saying we have to. I'm simply saying it's an option. I'm not necessarily for doing this. But
well,
I wanted to at least present it as an option.
Well, we do have a bit of an insider view on what we may be going up against. Since we have some of this ourselves, we know what we're looking at already. I assume it's going to be much the same. Which, by the way, it's a pretty nasty it's basically just damage every round, but it's like it starts at 5d6 on stage 1, and at stage 3 it's like 8d6. So if you're bad at making those saves, probably going to be stuck at stage 3 for a while.
I will be heading in that direction once the dwarves are finished enchanting my hand wraps and clothes.
You don't want to go up there without them? Come on, you were bragging online about how tough you were without them.
Kruger's getting online.
Okay,
He's like,
well.
everyone's like, stop being a troll. He's like, Kruger's an orc.
Speaking of which, those of you who left your armor and your weapon or so at the forge, I have removed them from your sheet because you no longer have them. Because most of you still had them equipped and wearing them. Also, Kruger, for you, I added 2 base attacks onto your sheet. Those will stay there for the foreseeable future. So if you ever get like without your hand wraps down the road, that's your normal base attacks.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, wyverns are pretty worthwhile.
Kruger, where did you say you got those hand wraps from?
The forge of your people.
Liar.
Oh, I thought he said enchanted, sorry.
No, from. Where'd you get the hand wraps from originally?
Mateo.
These hand wraps I got down in Greenford.
What type of a shop was it from?
One where you purchase things. They did not have many shops in that town.
Okay.
Your best bet would be a broker.
For the hand wraps?
Yep. It's an odd item.
Huh?
It's an odd item. You're not going to find that in like a forge.
Oh, maybe a tailor would be able to make it for me.
Wouldn't
So
be
you
magical.
stitch like silver in with the wraps or something
they
like that.
Are not magical naturally.
They are.
Are they?
Well,
Okay.
Kruger, the one Kruger bought were.
Well, the hand wraps and mighty blows are considered a magical. They have a magical trait on them.
Okay.
That's what allows them to be imbued with fundamental runes.
The cloaks aren't magical.
Yeah, the hand wraps can have like runes and stuff put on them. That's why they're considered magical.
Okay.
Otherwise, you could go to Taylor and like get some scraps and put them around your fist and slap a rune on them.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I will be putting in an order for those.
Speaking of which, yep, that's what I thought. As you guys are discussing things, there's a knock at the door. Tax collector.
Bitch,
Hey.
you were here already.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's next year.
Collects on December 31st, comes back January 1st.
Oh, your papers are all dated. I just got you. Look, I'm they have the wrong dates on them. No. Guillermo goes through the door, answers it, and it's Mateo. He is looking for Zakara.
Where's my money?
Basically.
Looks at the gold she gave back to Galgrim.
Did I don't think I paid for these up front. Did I?
You paid half. You owe him 30 gold.
Oh, you found it.
I've had it for about a week now. Where have you been?
Well, I haven't been gone a week. Where have you been?
Yeah, actually, you were.
Were we?
You went to the cove for a day there each way. Then you went on a boat for several days, and oh yeah,
Business meeting.
I'm sorry. We took an unexpected trip. But here, I'll hand over the gold.
okay. Mark off your 30 gold, and you now have an item in your inventory.
I'm so broke.
You are not.
It feels comparatively broke.
What do you mean you have 27 platinum? What are you talking about?
I don't know who shit you're looking at.
Oh, that's Ishi. Sorry.
He's looking at Mateo's, who's about to get mugged.
Megan, you heard him. Right, 27 platinum on your sheet.
Oh yeah, there. Missed a digit.
2 points. Yeah.
All right. He hands Zakara a package, and wants to know if there's anything else you guys need.
I got one for you, Mateo.
What good timing.
A package?
No, I need to get my hands on a set of hand wraps of what's Mighty Blows Fable. That's what they're called.
I thought you said smitey blows, and I'm like, that sounds butter.
That sounds a lot more fun. Yeah, it's hand wraps
Yeah.
and muddy blows.
Yeah, I need to get my hands on a pair of hand wraps of Mighty Blows.
That's what I'm gonna call my monk champion build.
Smitey.
Smitey blows.
Hand wraps and mighty blows, huh?
Yes, sir.
Wait, I only have to pay half because I paid half up front for the item, right?
Yeah. Why was it? Is it only 30 gold for the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then yeah, give yourself 15 gold back.
You're slightly less broke.
It's like I wouldn't have bought it if it was that much.
You're saving money for the potions I'm making you.
Yep.
What is this IOU slip that you gave me?
Can't help but notice that
It's a very convincing drawing of a coin.
It's just a picture.
help but notice she never offered any money for those orders. She just said, I wouldn't mind some.
All right, Galgrim. Each will get those. It's gonna cost you money up front. 18 gold up front, Galgrim.
How much is it for it in total?
35.
Can I just pay you the 35 now?
If you wish.
I just hand him the 35.
Okay. Mark it off.
Marked off.
Puts money in his pocket and taking a note, looks around the rest of you. Anyone else?
I should be fine for now. Plenty on my plate at the moment without adding more to it.
1 second.
Mostly because I too am going to be broke.
I just also remembered saying that you pay half up front, so I might actually be able to get something.
Yeah, but when he comes back and you don't have the other half, he's
Ooh,
taking the
never
item and
mind.
leaving
This
and
might
keeping
be
your
a
money.
bit of a stretch to be able to get the amount of money when he comes back. Never mind.
Well, if you win your fights, you might.
God, I have no idea how that's going to work, so.
Zargan, out of character, we're asking him to look for items for us?
Well,
we're paying him to get items for us.
Get items for you, yes.
Right. The walking cauldron is only 12 gold total, so yeah, I can part with 6 gold to have him look for a cauldron that'll follow me instead of having to carry it to somebody. That's like 3 bulk. So I'll give him 6 gold to go looking for that.
Okay, mark it off.
Just if you want to put for notes, it's in the APG on page 264.
I just pulled it up in game.
Cool.
Anyone else?
Okay.
No.
No.
You clean.
All right. He says he'll be back as soon as he finds the items. He takes his leave.
I just remember that we purchased 1 piglet to feed to Ferris.
Yep.
Did we ever figure out how much the piglet was?
I took 1 silver off you.
Okay, cool.
A full pig is 5 silver, but a little piglet is 1.
I just need 20% of that pig, please. Just the.
Well, compared to a piglet versus a sow, that's probably about 20%. Do you offer to Ferris?
Yeah. With a bow.
He declines.
No. I paid good money for this piglet. This is for you to eat.
Animal blood doesn't help us.
You
can still eat it.
Pretty tasty.
I mean, I could drink it, but it won't do anything for me. It doesn't even sate the thirst. I mean, I'd rather have your blood than this pig's.
And I hold up my arm. Fine. And then I'll eat the pig and recover the blood.
And then I'll eat the pig.
That's not how that works.
Not how that works. That's not very.
This weird chain that we're gonna just have food chain.
Please don't directly inject pig blood into your bloodstream to replace your lost blood. Your
I will. Yes.
He is a goblin. It may be the same blood type.
I just open a vein and start shoving pig parts into my veins. No, I will give him my arm to feed though a bit. Just don't go crazy. I don't got that much. I'm small.
And probably also dead. Maybe. Unclear.
Never had divine blood before, have
you? Keep a little of that in your reserve.
Oh, which is it? Dying or wounded?
No, I'm trying to.
It's all conditions.
There it is.
Kruga, look at my status effects, Kruga. Oh, it hurts. I'm glorious for.
You feel it in your soul, right?
Does he seem to heal at all from having a little bit of my blood?
From your blood, yes.
See?
I'm okay.
Remember, Ferris, there's a little bit of me in you. Murdoch and BA in the 18.
Zargan, I meant to ask you about this. So I was looking up the Aeon Stones.
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking about how there's ones that give like plus to like different like things, but it doesn't seem like that's the case in this edition. Like plus to like strength and blah blah blah.
Well,
It's like 5e.
like I said last time, what's in the was it Nethys or whatever would not necessarily be all of them. I do have some homebrew ones as well.
There's also a book coming out with a fuckload of magic items, apparently.
I know. I
want it.
I was trying to convince Kruger to buy it for me, but he won't.
Is there like, do we have like access to this? Because there's no way to ask like Guillermo for it. If
wow, that would be something Mateo would get for you.
Oh, Mateo. Yeah, sorry, Mateo.
You would, but we'd have to work together, and I'd have to price something out. And but you with your money you have right now, you probably can't afford what you want anyways.
Yeah, I didn't think so because I was looking at it and I was like, wow, these are all pretty shitty and they're really expensive for some reason. For the ones that exist, at least, that we can see.
Yeah, I mean, there's some okay ones, lower levels, but then they get better as you go up. But yeah,
I mean, there's some like okay ones, but they're also like way more expensive than like a similar like magic item that you can get that's a lot less expensive.
Well, correct, because you could have 10 of these rocks floating around your head.
Fair.
And save your ring slots and your ring slots, your boot slots for other things. They're like an accessory piece. As long as you have, I'm going to say attunement slots, but that's not what they are. As long as you're able, and thank you, as long as you have invest your points to use them, you can have as many ion stones as you want.
I think it's 10 for investitures too.
Yeah.
You get 10 a day base.
It's actually kind of surprising how quickly that sneaks up on you because I've already got 6.
Yeah, but a lot of stuff you might want down the road won't require it. Like stabs don't require them. A lot of magic items don't require them.
And not all of them are going to be helpful 100% of the time either.
Correct.
Which is fine.
So you could have 30 items just every morning. You pick which 10 you want to invest in. And it doesn't matter if it's a little piddly +1 skill item or a +5 Vorpal sword. It's one point. Do you really have 6, Raz?
I think so. I think I looked at this the other day.
I don't even think I have 1.
I have the necklace
Pretty
of
sure
fireballs,
your mask thing is invested.
Diplomat's badge, crown of the companion, braces of missile deflection, alchemist goggles, and Aeon stone dull gray. Yep, 6. Like 3 of them don't do anything for me on the day-to-day, but
I now have 1.
But yeah, like your weapons and stuff and armor, unless they have odd abilities, and I'm not talking runes. You know, if they're like a specific item out of the book, like some of the bows and that are special above and beyond runes you put on them, those require them. But like, you know, you could have a +3 bow with, 3 property runes on it, and that doesn't cost anything.
My hand wraps are invested.
I have 2 items. I have a ring as well, Fable.
See? Yeah, that wand you have doesn't cost you anything, and when you get a staff, that won't cost you nothing. Although you can only have 1 staff at a time invested.
Yeah, but my hand wraps will cost me.
They will. Because they're special.
I have the mask and the ring.
I have my demon mask. I have the bracelets of dashing. My hand wraps.
You don't have those at the moment.
I know, but in general. And yeah, I think it's it. I think I have 3.
I think Glizzik has 1, his microphone.
Microphone!
But alright, Mateo takes your money, your orders, and he leaves.
I grab the rest of my sandwich and follow out to the door. not following him. I'm just also leaving.
So
By
wrong if I want
yourself?
to lock the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raz, did you happen to make any elixirs today?
Same day.
Same day. I did. Are you looking for something in particular? It's not my usual loadout when we're in the field and being threatened of being eaten.
Just a regular elixir of life if you have one. I'm feeling a bit drained.
Let me have a look at you. You may not even need it. She's missing hit points, right?
She is.
Actually, I don't even have the combat tracker up. I should probably open that. Yeah, you are. All right.
So what happens when you get all your hit points back from being drained?
But they didn't come back.
No, but now you have the
your
ability
max
to
goes
get them
up.
back.
The lesson here is don't get eaten by vampires.
What?
It's a brutal. It's not simple. And they're not the worst.
Boy, Curse
I
of
don't-
Strahd would have been rough when I got freaking jumped by like the 4 vampires spawn with like 18 hit points left. I had to deal with that. I mean, I did get killed that night, but
That's how like level drain works too. You just get drained on you. You lose some hit points.
Off the max. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I used in the combat. I don't think I used the extra ones who would have normally allotted to me. If you need those to.
Well,
No,
this
he
is the
didn't
day
hand
after
any
the
out.
combat.
He didn't hand. Yeah, those are all gone. He made new ones this morning, and he didn't hand any out.
nope.
Okay.
I handed
Trying to
none
help.
out.
Well, that's not true. He gave one to Nether,
Mm-hmm.
who swallowed it.
We're in town. What are you expecting to do? Get eaten by vampires?
Last time
Saw
you
the
guys were
whole
in
bottles.
town, the goblin and dwarf went at it.
That's on them. The
And not-
freaking dwarf can heal, and so can the goblin. If they didn't prepare it for the day, that's not my fault. Yeah, we'll do some expert treat wounds, and I'll just use assurance on it. That gets me 3 over the DC. All right, let's bust out what we got here for Zakara.
Wow, that is crooked.
Hey, just like Anduin, your status is light.
Oops, ignore that second one.
Be right back.
Although we probably have the time for it, I'm probably not going to spend a whole nother hour.
Nope, Galgrim has already got up and left. You start tending to her wounds.
I will hand her an elixir of life. She can decide to touch up the rest of it if she wants. And I could do not a treat wounds, I could do a battle medicine, but
I think I'll be fine.
yeah, I'll give her
Yeah,
one
you're feeling
elixir.
a lot better.
A little bit of transfusion there. It's probably blood, probably not.
Are you sure you don't know magic?
It's blood from something.
My ways are unorthodox, but I think you'll find them effective.
It's blood from a pig. It's pig blood. Isn't it?
You,
It's
you
not
have
pig
a
blood.
hankering, Zakar, to go mine some ore and drink some beer.
Rock and stone.
Galgrim feels a little lighter.
Strike the earth, Zakara. Strike the earth.
No magic beyond the nod cantrip. Just an understanding of how bodies work and what shuts them off.
Well, you are very good at what you do.
Well, our adventures together have certainly been good for my research. It took years to get even just a mere baby step of what I've accomplished in the last few months with you all. It's hard to find people who are willing to drink whatever I hand them, no questions asked.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, they obviously haven't seen the effects.
It's not exactly unwarranted. Most people who do something like that aren't quite as, I suppose, skilled. I just finished doing a treat wounds on Zakara, because she got all her hit points max back from being drained. And she mentioned that she complimented on the ability to basically fix people without using magic.
No.
Told her it was just an understanding of how bodies work and what makes them shut off.
Galgrim got up and left.
And that people don't really like drinking things that you hand them and say, drink this with no questions asked.
Are you still Are you in the room with that?
Everyone's there but the Galgrim.
Yeah, I'm still here.
You look a little hurt.
Like emotionally?
Wouldn't I have healed overnight, Zargan?
No,
It's been day.
This morning is when Galgrim removed your drained.
Oh yeah, that's right.
First thing he did this morning was burn his fourth level spells, I believe. One on you, one on Zakara. No,
I mean, I got
2 on Zakara, 1 on you.
I got mine because I just fed Ferret.
Correct.
So
can't do
I'm not getting back. Yeah, but he could help
later.
you out.
Unfortunately,
that,
Well, you're actually drained, right? So I can't do anything for that.
Well, I am, but Kruga's not now. So I'm saying he's down 8 if you want to just patch him as well while you're doing the other one.
I can hand him an elixir of life, so I don't have to spend 10 minutes.
I thought you could do 2 at once.
I could. I don't know if Kruger was here for it. You know what? He probably would be here for it. He wasn't paying attention, but...
And be band-aiders.
Wouldn't it be the first time you tended to Kruger when he wasn't paying you any attention?
Most of the time, he's just meditating. This time, he's eating and drinking.
Same thing.
All of this fortitude is just like self-imposed thoughts that he's just that tough when really people have just been healing him.
Are you assuring him?
Yeah, I'll rope him in there. And it was assurance all the way around, so... He's fine.
You go up, start working on Kruger, and you notice his bruise and stuff. You kind of lick your cloth, rub it, it comes right off. It's just paint. He hasn't bathed in a while.
Last time I got bathed, I got invited to a threesome that ended up being a secret fighting ring.
That is incorrect. It was a foursome.
Yeah, it would be a foursome. Can't leave myself out of the festivities.
You were the festivities. What do you mean? All right. What are you for at the chapter house doing?
The festival's starting today, correct?
It started this morning. There's not a whole lot. Every day gets a little more. Right now, the only thing you really know is going on. There are a few more food vendors and drink vendors along the streets. From what you hear this evening, there'll be a small party will start. Every day it gets a little bigger, a little wilder, and so forth, till towards later in the week.
Today it was the same day where I went and made my appointment to take my tests tomorrow. Right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So I got
We're
the
still
rest
on day 1.
Can I give Guillermo my tax thing to hold on to?
You can, but if they stop you in the street and ask you for proof, you don't have it on you.
Because everybody just walks
around.
They will tax you.
Ugh. Fine.
Well, they won't tax you today, but next tax day that they stop people in the street and you don't have it on you, they tax you.
So you get in trouble for basically not having your ID.
Basically.
Boo. That's fine. I won't give it to him.
You can just burn it like you did the last paper the government gave you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I've been supervised every time I fought or drank.
Mm-hmm.
Supervised by the person he's baiting on.
Besides, we need to find out where this fucking Yeti is.
Yeah. Well, I'm just worried that if we just leave the piglet at the house here, it's gonna die on its own. And Guillermo didn't seem to be too keen on taking care of it for me long term. So I think we're eating pork tonight, or maybe we can take the piglet and feed it to the Yeti at the zoo.
This campaign
no
just going to
zoo.
be you carrying this piglet around, looking for a way to get it killed creatively.
Okay. Challenge accepted.
Glizzic will eventually pick up Beastmaster as an archetype.
I paid a good silver piece for this.
You've been underwater for 17 days. Pig's fine.
Fucking weasel.
It's real. Yeah, eventually, if we keep the pig around, I could use it as a mount. It's probably big enough for me.
You could buy a mount like that. The good wild pig ones are from like the dwarves. Unless you get like a warg.
You're wrapping up your current archetype, right? Beastmaster.
And goblins. So I'm not getting the good ones. What are you saying anyway? If it's going to be a goblin mount, it's going to have stuff spray painted on the side and be all kinds of stuff wrong with
it. You can advertise here on the side of his pig.
Yeah, right. Please call.
Alright, what are you four doing?
Ooh, we got the day, huh? Let's see.
Got the afternoon at the moment, and possibly evening.
I still need to go to the fighting ring place.
Yeah, Glizzic was going with you to that.
Yeah.
So you will be supervised.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm supervising them. Yeah, Beastmaster, exactly.
Yep, just like a druid pet, you can take the freaking feats and there it'll grow and get all the features, and you can have a viable combat pet.
So what you're saying is pig versus bear is going to be a thing?
Beastmaster, because it's all independent. Like all that shit is on the pet, not on the person.
Missed it. We're gonna have an illegal pet fighting ring too.
No.
Pig versus bear.
And bear pig.
Bear pig. Let's see. What do I want to do for? Is there enough time to get a crafting days in worth at this point?
If you want to give up most of your evening, yes.
Because the festival hasn't really taken off. You know what I want to actually do? I got this new, what is it? Studded leather. Yes, I got the studded leather and a rune for it. I want to spend my day slapping that bad boy in there. Just cramming it wherever it'll fit.
Okay. Can you wear studded leather, sir?
Technically, I could wear anything.
He is a stud.
Hey, Zargan.
Yes?
In the underscore party thing, the party notes for RV note and Edlin note link to two of the potions that we got for the points we bought.
Really?
Yeah. Unless it's just me and my game's wigging out.
Wait a second.
Those have been there for a while.
No, I was supposed to get regular leather and get rid of the studded leather. Yeah, that one. I thought I got the regular leather last week when I was in there. Maybe not. I was already at work.
No, the dwarves don't sell leather.
Ah, that's right. All right. I want to go get some regular leather armor and hawk the studded leather and then cram a rune in there wherever it'll fit.
Gotcha.
That's right. I did ask, and they're like, "No, we don't work with leather. We work with metal."
Yep.
Except they were nicer to me than they were to Kruga.
Wouldn't know why. All right, so Kruga and Glizzic are going to the bar. The Thirsty Goat.
Go to the bar.
Are you going to see the tattoos, Kruga? Because you had a couple options.
Gotta get
Not the tattoos, because I'm still not sold on picking one up at the moment.
Do you know what he offers?
Fuck, no. Fine. Go see the tattoo man while it's still normal operating hours, and then
Alright.
go to the Thirsty Goat.
Okay. Glizzik, what are you doing?
I'm going with him.
Okay.
Tattoos and bar sounds fun.
Zakara, what are you doing? Can go with those three, or you can do something on your own. Are those two, or and Raz is saying he's going to get some leather and coming back to the chapter house to do some work.
I'll let your imagination run wild on that one.
I know you already changed over my gold, but in game, did I already go see the money changer? Or
Yes.
We did that on our way back from the
Yep.
Oh, okay.
mystery store.
Right at the end of last session.
I can walk.
That's why they beat us back.
Okay. You said there's enough left for a crafting day going into the evening?
If you want to spend your afternoon and evening completely, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And work on transferring the potency rune over to one of my daggers.
All right. Let me go ahead and hit Galgrim up first. He was the first one who said what he was doing. All right, Galgrim, you head off into the. Oh, I got everything covering up my map. And since I got it in my background, I can't move it. Into the castle ward to go to the assembly. Are you there?
Yep.
Okay, making sure I don't want to start talking and you're off doing something else. All right, you kind of go. It takes you a good 15, 20 minutes to walk over there. You walk in, through the gates and stuff. Bunch of people walking around in various robes. You see gray, brown, some white. Seem to indicate some sort of maybe tenure or rank. You also see a few people walking around wearing some red robes. You go into the main building, up to the desk, and this old man sitting there looks over at you. What can we do for you?
Well, I heard this was the place to come if I needed some training in primal magics. Some more in-depth training in primal magics.
Well, we don't specialize in that sort of stuff, but we do specialize in all sorts of magic.
Well, should I go somewhere else to study primal magics, or?
Nowhere else in town.
Okay.
What were you looking to do? I mean, you trying to learn it? Are you able to cast anything now?
I am able to cast things currently. I'm looking for more advanced spells.
So you want to go to the library?
Correct.
Well, the library is only available to members of the assembly. Are you one of them?
Not currently.
Would you like to join?
What does that entail?
Well, you would go see a master. They would have you perform some of your spells they can gauge your skills. And then if they agree, they would set you up with a rank. And then you pay your dues. Then you would be a member of the assembly.
Out of character. Does it count that I almost killed a member? Out of
Nope.
character. Out of character. Out of character.
Do you want to tell them that?
No. Oh God, no. Okay. Let's do that. Then.
Alrighty. Maybe 1 second here. Where's my?
Do you remember my interview, Mystic?
Yeah, he had to cast a couple spells.
Mm-hmm.
It was with a vampire.
Yeah. I'm sure I can look up his stats.
You guys are horrible.
I cast Goblin Saw.
All right, he tells you to sit over there. You kind of back up, a few feet away, sit down on this bench. Surprisingly, the same spot where Raz waited, Glizik waited, Kruger waited.
That's the person too short. It's
What?
for
I had
feet
to
to
wait?
touch the floor.
The fuck was I doing
your
there?
sending. You're sending.
Yeah, your spell.
That's right.
Or a scry.
Older guy pulls out a little bell, rings it. You don't hear anything, Galgrim. A minute later, this big raven lands on top of his desk. He looks in the eye. It kind of looks at him weird, nods his head, and flies off. About 5 minutes later, an old man comes down. Actually, you're not even sure where he came from. You just kind of you're not paying all that much attention. And you kind of look up and he's right there in front of you. You start down at his old feet on his little slippers, up his robes. You keep looking up and then you stop and you look back down because you realize you looked way too high. He's about 2 foot 8 inches. Old face is all grizzled and stuff. Kind of pale in parts of him. It's a gnome. So you're the one that wants some training or tested? Is that who are you?
I would like access to the library to learn some more in-depth primal magics.
Primal? What are you, some sort of druid?
Yes.
But you're a dwarf.
Does the bear sitting next to me not vouch for that?
He kind of grins and pulls his glasses down. Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
we're
it is
both
a bear.
drunk.
That is most definitely a bear. Huh. Haven't seen one like him in a while. Well, I guess you can come with me then.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna take them so long to walk. They both have a move speed of 5.
It's gonna be like Thrall. Escort quest.
Oh, yeah, that's what, yeah, exactly. That'd be funny. Pull up this.
Let me show you around the way of Strathholm. Here, I'll just walk slowly. Come on.
You have to go around Shattrath and listen to him talk.
That was my banker tune. Strathholm Grain Company. And it was a green tabard with a pile of golds because they look like a little thing, bag of grain. Message of the day. Let's get the shipment to Arthas and his men.
Before they die, 3 weeks later, he leads you down a hallway, through a door that you didn't really notice that was there. A little bit in the shadows, possibly a secret. He kind of walks up, touches it, it opens. You are realizing you have to keep stopping Galgrim, or else you would tread on the back of his heels. He's definitely slower than you. You figure, hey Raz, what's the lifespan of a normal gnome?
The most experienced and ones who've staved off the bleaching long enough don't get past 400. Most of them die around 200.
Gotcha. You figure this guy's about 250, 300 years old, Galgrim.
Oh, okay, so he's like an adolescent dwarf. Got it.
He's moving really slow. You see like white spots on his skin, on his hands, and his face. So where are you from?
Here and there.
Never heard of that town. Is it nearby?
I wander. I do not belong anywhere.
Wander what?
The wilds.
Oh, I say if you're not sure what you want, why are you here? Why are you here again?
to learn some more advanced primal magics.
Ah, yes. Prime numbers. Yes, okay. Come with me. Oh, wait, yeah, you're okay. Takes you down through this little hallway off to the side. This small little office. If you weren't a dwarf, you'd be like all hunched over. But you are. The chair that he has you sit in is a little tight. Designed for like a small little gnome. But you kind of squeeze your ass into it since you're not wearing your crazy ass armor. Barony kind of sits outside because he'd like take up half the office himself because he's so fucking huge.
I'll just... Yeah, okay. Okay.
So, you say you're a druid, right?
Correct.
What kind of spells you got?
Currently mostly restorative.
Ah. So you're a healing druid.
I am a shape-shifting druid is my primary mode of
Like you
utility.
cast a spell and you shapeshift. Like a polymorph.
Similar, yes.
What do you mean similar? Either yes or no.
It's not a... It's similar. You seem to not know much about druids.
You're talking to
Never met one I cared about.
You're talking to a hyper inquisitive race.
So let me see. Change it to, I don't know, a bug, spider, bird. Come on, what are you waiting for?
Hold on, did I actually have...
You're not doing good on your test.
I gotta see what I have prepped. Give me a second.
He looks down and starts scribbling some stuff on some parchment. You look down there. You can read the top half. You can kind of read upside down a little bit. It says like bread, mustard, carrots, and then on the same sheet of paper, you start scribbling something. And do you speak Gnomish?
Yep.
Oh fuck yeah!
No, hold on a second.
Oh.
I can't remember. I speak... No, I do not speak Gnomish.
Then you can't
He
read
does,
what
but
he's
he can't-
writing.
Okay.
But he didn't even pull out a clean sheet of parchment. He just started scribbling right on his damn grocery list. And that's when you kind of notice up in the corner on his little perch is that big black like a raven, kind of turning his head, looking down at you because you're beneath him.
Okay.
No one got that. Wow.
I do.
You know, I'm not sure you can. I'm not sure you're Druish. You haven't changed yet, and it's been a whole, I don't know, 27 minutes maybe.
I turn into a giant frog.
Holy shit! All right.
Tiny ass hall.
You mutter a few words and boom, and next thing you know, you are like squishing this guy against the wall with your ass.
Is it the poisonous kind of frog?
He starts like tapping you with his staff. What the hell are you trying to kill me?
Okay, I'll shape back.
Picks himself up. His papers are all on the floor. He's spilt one of his ink bottles. What the hell?
I don't do small.
You could have warned the gnome.
Well, you weren't giving me any time to warn you.
Are you an adventurer?
I'm a wanderer.
Oh, that's probably good, because I'm wondering whether you're worth a shit. Because as an adventurer, you took like a minute to decide. I mean, hell, I could have been dead by an orc. Those filthy beasts.
And that's where the restorative magics come in.
You can raise the dead?
I can heal.
Well, that don't help dead.
No.
What else you got?
Me. I pet Cash the bear.
You prepare that? Oh, that's right. I remember you did.
This is gonna be funny when he actually gets into his test and all the spell slots are gone.
Interesting. You know, I used to have this giant badger when I was a kid. You know, his name was, I think, Badger, or maybe it was Bobby or Bobo, or I don't know what. But he used to shit everywhere, so I got rid of him.
Yeah, I
did
bring
that
this
once.
one back.
What a fucking stereotype.
I can bring the bear back. Do you want it in the room or out?
I prefer out. That's a pretty big bear.
I'm gonna keep it in its pocket dimension for a little
You know,
bit.
I did notice something. You know, he fixes his monocle. That bear has a saddle.
Yep.
His little look on his face. Can I ride him?
Yes.
He gets up, kind of like Yoda, you know, waddles out to the door. Well, let him out. I want to ride him.
Okay, I'll let him back out in the hallway.
He walks over to the bear, starts climbing up. Bear's like,
I talk to the bear and calm him down. He's used to gnomes riding him.
I've never.
He's never been ridden once. No one's ridden him yet with his new saddle.
First time ever used the saddle during the interview. Nice.
Yep. The gnome's like trying to get up. Come over here, give me a leg. Come on.
Help him up.
You help him up, and he kind of farts on you. He looks at you. Was that you? Climbs up. Gets up there.
Hydraulic push is looking more and more tempting right now.
Yeah, he starts tapping Bernie on the ass with the staff. Come on, yeah, come on, Badger, go.
How high is the ceiling and how tall is the bear?
Assault the bear.
The ceiling's like arched. The ceiling's probably 15 foot tall.
It'd be hilarious if he's just
in the
jumping.
hallway. In the hallway.
Yeah. I kind of lead Bernie and walk back down the hallway.
I don't want leading. Let go. Kind of yanks the reins from you. Yeah, mule, yeah. And Bernie kind of takes off at full speed.
Nah, that's his fault at this point.
They go running down the hallway, and as he kind of comes out of the doorway there, Galgrim, I mean, everyone in the party has a good protection. You can definitely see this. The gnome didn't strap himself in or nothing because you got that combat saddle stuff. He's hanging on by the reins, almost in the air, bouncing and bouncing. He's gonna be sore if he's not used to riding. Ah! And the bear goes out the door and out of sight. A few moments later, you hear a big commotion, like some screams and that.
I'm gonna go follow it back out there.
Okay, you go running out there. You see him kind of heading outside, because inside the assembly is not a place to ride an animal. What the hell? He's not a heathen. You follow him outside. You get outside as he's running. Oh, he's probably 50 feet away from you. Out of the way! And he runs over, he runs right through this group of 3 or 4 people in
I'll
white robes.
recall the bear. I'll yell for him to come back.
Bear does not answer.
Oh, is this a bad time to mention that gnomes have a certain affinity with animals?
I say gnomes can talk to animals too.
Yeah. Well, if they took that racial, which obviously this one did. Could also pick to have a badger familiar as a racial.
Huh.
So you watch him as he rides, bucking and kind of hopping around the courtyard basically for about 10 minutes. Galgrim.
I was gonna. Can I finish what I was gonna say? Because
sure.
I was literally gonna say I'm just gonna go sit on a bench and start meditating.
Okay, inside or outside?
Outside. Keep an eye on it.
Okay, there's plenty of benches around.
But I'm gonna refocus essentially.
Okay.
And you said it. I was gonna say that, and you kept talking. It's at 10 minutes, so it worked out well.
Right, Glizzic?
What did you put, Glizzic? I'm trying to...
Best 5 gold he ever spent was to pay the gnome to steal the bear.
As you're finishing your meditation, coming out of your trance there, Galgrim, you look up and the bear's there, kind of...
Look, he got his exercise in for the day.
Yeah.
The gnome's nowhere to be found.
I get up and walk back inside. Did the gnome come back in from its joyride?
The old guy's like, no.
Yeah.
As you turn around, you see the gnome kind of limping up towards you, covered in dirt and dust and some grass stains on him. You kind of limping and rubbing his foot, holding his ass.
I'll cast a 3rd level heal on him immediately.
I go, no.
Nope. Okay.
Been a while. Let me think. What year is this?
I look over at the clerk and go, I don't know.
It's 2125.
Wow.
The druid doesn't fucking care what year it is.
Paid your taxes this year, have you?
Yeah.
Got a receipt on you for it? You should know it here.
It's been at least 100 years since I rode something as wild as this thing.
Well, hopefully you enjoyed yourself.
Oh, I did. I'll have to take a hot bath tonight, though. I think I broke my ass.
Do you want me to cast some of that restorative magic on you?
No. You've done enough.
You've done enough.
He kind of takes you back down the passage. Bernie stops outside again, takes you in there, writes up his chair and stuff, sits down, kind of blots up some of the ink and stuff, takes the same piece of paper. Oh, shit, my grocery list is ruined. Kind of cranks up, throws it away. All right. So, this is what I'm thinking here. What was your name again? Gilbert?
Galgrim.
Galgrim? Is that your real name?
Yes.
I don't know about that, but okay. What's your surname?
Oakenback.
Oakenbacher, what?
Oakenback.
Oh, that reminds me of this one guy I knew, this one dwarf a long time ago. His name was Thorin Oakenshield. but he died fighting a dirty orc. That was a shame. But
sounds to be such a shame.
It was. I didn't really like Thorin, but it's still a shame when an orc kills somebody that.
Yeah, orcs are a pain.
They're bastards, I tell you.
Yeah,
they're all toothy and and they smell funny and they're so fucking big.
Yeah.
I mean, what's with that? Why are they so big? Why can't they be a normal civilized race size like like us?
Couldn't tell you. They're just absolute monsters and beasts.
Yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah. So I'm thinking. Let me see here. He pulls out a little notepad and looks at it and goes, So, what you said you want spells, right?
Correct.
What the rank are you able to cast?
4th.
4th? He kind of looks at you, adjusts his monocle. Okay. So, are you looking to buy 4th level spells to learn some new ones, or just some more lesser level ones?
I'm looking for some. I don't know what are cantrip ranks just called cantrips.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a handful of cantrips and a couple of 3rd rank spells.
Okay. Well, what it'll be?
But potentially more in the future.
Well, because the library has different sections, and depends on what your guild rank is what sections you can access. You've impressed me, good Grimace, and I think you could probably be a member if you wanted to. But that's 50 gold a year. Do you have 50 gold? I mean, you say you wander a lot, so I don't. And I mean, a druid.
Sir.
Is it real money?
Yes.
Well, if you want to pay 50 gold, we can get you signed up as a full member. That would get you up to, I don't know, at least 3rd or 4th rank. No, probably think higher than that. Damn it, I gotta look.
Pasting the chart for the costs. That's what you're looking
at.
Nope, I'm looking for the library information. Yeah, member would get you access up to third rank spells.
Well, that's what I need.
And that's the most you can start as. And then down the road, you'd have to be a member for a while. Then prove yourself and be loyal. That kind of shit. Prove yourself.
Oh,
that's the most access I need right now.
That's a different membership.
That works for me. Do I pay you or do I pay the gentleman out front?
I'll be the gentleman out front. If you paid me, I'd probably just lose the money.
That sounds good. I will. I'll take care of that on my way out.
Alrighty, here he pulls up a note. You see him write in common, member, and hands it to you. Okay. Just give that to him out front, and he'll get you situated.
Well, good sir. While I'm here, since I am kind of a wanderer adventurer type, there any things that you you guys may need done? Things we can take care of, things we can retrieve.
Do you have any rolls on you? I'm kind of hungry. You got any like sweet rolls?
I don't think I have any currently.
Okay, well, that's kind of what I wanted at the moment, but
I have fresh rations.
no, I wanted sweet rolls. Those aren't the same. Got a hankering for one.
I can bring you some sweet rolls back in a moment. I can go get them.
No, take too long. I'll want something else by then. But no, I don't think they need anything at the moment. But we do, they do buy components and gems and so forth. Anything that would be used as spellcasting. I believe onyx, black onyx, is always in high demand. If you come across any.
I'll pull out. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna pull out a ration and cast prestidigitation on it to make it taste like a sweet roll.
Okay.
And hand it to him and be like, it's not a sweet roll, but it'll get the job done for the moment and curb your hankering.
Kind of looks suspicious at you. Picks it up. Hey! It does. It tastes kind of. It's blueberry. I was hoping for raspberry, but hey, thanks.
Absolutely. I'll mark a ration off.
All right. You take your note out to the guy up front.
Yep.
Go ahead and mark your 50 gold off.
Oh, so much.
By the way, that's per year, by the way, but
yep, that's 5 platinum, right?
That is 5 platinum, yes.
Can I just pay him in platinum?
It's they like platinum.
I'll just
can I pay him in copper? Get the fuck out.
I don't have that much copper anymore.
I know, but I'm just saying, be one of those things. I want to pay him in copper.
I'll just hand him 5 platinum.
That works.
You best bet that's going to be a question, Zakara.
All right. You pay the guy, and you can head over to the library if you would like. You have enough time today to probably do 1 day of work copying spells.
Yeah, I want to go over and how long spells only take like an hour for cantrips and shit like that?
I gotta find my damn thing for that.
It does for me, but I don't know if you have to feed it to your familiar too. But it does take an hour for me to learn a new spell. I did link the DCs and stuff. We're with the cost.
I found it.
Mystic, Zakari had a question. What was for notes? What was the gnome's name?
Didn't get it.
Okay, I was never asked.
Didn't ask, didn't care. To be fair.
You see his charisma? Of course, he doesn't remember the niceties.
His name is Victor.
My charisma
now
is
it's a black powder.
Good sir.
Learned from my mistake.
There might have been a bleaching gnome in there, but the dwarf sounded like the one who was all depressed and dark.
All right, what is it? Is it an hour per level?
I think it's an hour per level. So I think cantrips are an hour and rank 3s are 3 hours.
Yes, 1 hour per level of the spell.
Yeah.
Have materials with the price indicated and
now you still have to pay the price of the spell.
Oh no. 2 gold.
But the library only gets you the access, because that's the price you have to pay to learn it, kind of. You write in your spell book, whatever it is you use.
I felt like it was kind of like a wizard where you kind of just like you have to convert it to your own personal style and all that.
For a wizard it would, correct. For more Galgrim, it's more of he has to study it and do some like little druid ritual type of thing to learn it permanently.
Adds another leaf to his 3-ring binder.
Exactly.
It's just a leaf, though.
But
I'll go start working on cantrips, I guess.
All right, we're gonna hop away from you and go to someone else at the moment while you're figure out what order we want to do your spells in.
The order they're listed in.
Okay.
In the message.
Gotcha. I have that. So the cantrips first, then the thirds?
Yep.
All right.
Don't forget your hero point.
He'll need that one when I make him roll.
Yep, I'm just reminding. Write it down.
Did I not get an extra hero point for letting the gnome go on a joyride?
No, you do not.
They already did.
He did the action, you didn't. But don't worry, I made notes.
Ask your bear why you ran off. Oh.
I don't have speak with animals.
Okay. Well, the gnome did.
You can ginger your bear.
All right, so Zakara's gonna work on her rune, so she's busy doing that. Raz, takes you a little bit of time. You find a leather shop selling armor.
I need it for a small person. And then
Need you to take a lot out of the sides, a lot out of the top.
You want regular leather, right?
Yes, regular leather armor, and I'll trade in for what it might be worth, the studded leather I'm wearing. I started the game with the breastplate, went down to studded leather, and realized, yeah, I'm probably not going to dump that much into strength. So leather it is, which I'm still too weak to wear without penalty.
He'll give you a suit of appropriately Raz-sized leather. He'll take your studded leather off, and you owe him 5 silver.
Okie doke.
Is that good?
I've got 5. Yes, that'll work for me. I took off the 5 silver.
And I put leather into your inventory.
Okie doke.
And then you head back to work on your rune.
Yep. Zakara's there working on her rune too, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And I'll just join her. She got a head start, but
just walks in. Hey, Rooney.
Hey, Rooney.
All right. Kruga and Glizzik heading down into the Sea Ward for some tattooing. Kraken's Ink Tattoos, the name of the shop.
Yep.
It's a small shop on the corner of Rat Tail Lane and Kraken Street. Hence
I
the
love
name.
Crinks.
You love Cranks?
Crinks.
All right, you guys walk in. Every surface in the shop glistens from regular cleaning, which is surprising down in the Sea Ward. Art in simple frames lines the counters, mostly ink drawings filled in with bold colors. The shop is well made, and only two tattooing stations are tucked into the corner sits the bartered goods counter. Generally, 6 or 7 objects appear on display at any given time, and their prices marked in elaborate calligraphy on small white placards. Unfortunately, they're all empty at the moment. To the left of this counter is a desktop organizer and dozens of small compartments, each one containing a different type of pigment source, sorted by color. These range from charcoal to ruddy cinnabar and other minerals, each labeled meticulously. Various jars of clear alcohol sit alongside a number of mortars, pestles, each with residue of a different color along the bottom. As you enter, a slim, dark-haired young man is finishing up working on an older man, tattooing a strange symbol on the gentleman's left breast.
Cut out, Zargan.
You cut out.
Motherfucker.
A young man tattooing.
I'll throw it in the chat.
Okay.
Is this like ye oldie tattoo where they got like the pick and a hammer?
No,
or the slightly
like
less oldie.
Like little needles. He dips in the pigment and does it on their skin.
He said there's nothing on the barter's good counter. You said
nope. It is empty at the moment.
Okay. I'll just kind of
go ahead.
I'm just gonna kind of like keep like looking around the room and see if anything really like catches my eye.
Okay. You do notice over in the one corner is what you thought was like a giant fur or maybe a stuffed animal at first. It's a giant mastiff who's kind of watching you and Glizzik, especially Glizzik. They're about the same size. A little drool down the side of its mouth.
I look back at it and just kind of like glare.
It kind of looks at you. Like cleans his jaws.
I throw Glizzic at it.
Lunch.
Surprise, motherfucker.
The gentleman says, "I'll be with you in just a minute. Just finishing up here." Basically, on the counter stuff, different pictures and stuff, different tattoos he's done, different ones he can do, just different, symbols, birds, animals, all kinds of different shit. Nothing that seems real. Nothing that really stands out to you. About 5 minutes goes by. He finishes up with the guy. The gentleman, kind of gets up, pulls his tunic back over his shoulder there, gets up.
Before he does
leaves.
that, can I see what the tattoo was?
Oh, you can, if you ask.
No, I would want to look at it while he's working on it. Like, I just go over and start looking. Wait a second. I need to consult the notes. Do I know what this is? That seems familiar. What the fuck?
Does look familiar.
Do I recognize it? Wait a second. Where's that fucking stupid tattoo, like melted tattoo bullshit we had?
The one on a scrap of skin that we got rid of?
But someone copied it, didn't they?
I think someone copied it. Who's good at copying? Probably Zakara.
Yeah, Zakara, what the hell?
Yeah, Zakara.
You do, when you think about it, Kruger, you have seen that before. It might have been on that flap of skin. No one knew what it was then, and you don't know what it is now, but you have seen it before. The gentleman kind of pulls his tunic up, and he leaves.
Before he leaves, I'm just going to ask, what is that tattoo for?
Old, sailor guy kind of, pulls his tunic up, looks at you, goes, "None of your fucking business, orc." And he starts leaving.
I'll spit on him as he leaves.
Good thing you're supervised, huh?
It's not fighting to spit on someone. It's not like
Karen,
I have acid spit.
So if someone spit on you, it wouldn't cause a fight?
I'm not saying it wouldn't cause a fight, but I'm not saying it's not inherently fighting.
He kind of looks at you.
Instigation is not assault, but spitting on someone is
assault.
assault.
He's mesmerizing your face, looks at Glizzic.
What, you want to speak with the supervisor, Karen?
He'll pay. And he leaves.
As he's leaving, I'll just say, "Coward."
He doesn't take the bait.
I don't care.
So does your mother.
He'll be back with 30 of his friends.
Good.
Heard that one before.
Meet you outside in an hour.
Meet you outside now. Just drag him out.
And the kind of young man kind of comes over to you. Hey! Now don't be fighting in my establishment. We serve all kinds here.
I didn't fight.
Looks like you were trying to cause a fight.
He was being rude.
Wasn't our fault. Dickless over there started it.
Is that true? Yes, sir. This man has.
It's true. That man has no dick.
Well, what can I do for you two?
I was looking to get a tattoo done. Maybe.
We have many tattoos we can do, all shapes, sizes.
Magical.
Kind of looks. Well, that would depend on the weight of your purse. We do have a few tattoos available.
It's heavy enough.
Well, he kind of reaches behind the counter, pulls out a book, sets it down, opens up to the first page, shows a tattoo. I don't have pictures or nothing for it, but this one is what we call a familiar tattoo. Basically, we tattoo, and that it's an image, symbols with an image of whatever your familiar is, which, I don't believe an orc yourself would have one, but maybe your little friend here does. And I'm not sure if you've heard of a thing called a pet cache, I think it's called. Same thing. You can put your familiar in and out of this, so he's out of the way and safe whenever you want. This one would run you 60 gold.
Unless Glizzik says anything to say, what else do you have?
I typed you a small book. So I'm trying to get him a discount by branding and use performance to instead of diplomacy with my new gladiator stuff to try and make an impression on the guy and get him to be friendly to Kruger.
All right. When if Kruger decides on one, we will make the roll then.
Basically, for Ribbon Purse's fable, what I'm trying to do is say that you're so famous, you wearing his tattoos will get him more business. So you're like a NASCAR with advertisement.
Already got
Does that make sense?
Advertisement on my left arm, so why not more?
All right, he flips the page from the familiar tattoo to the next one. This one is a series of 6 concentric circles that show up on the skin. He explains to you that they offer a protective force that bolsters your body and soul.
What does that even mean?
You don't have to carry around your jade crystal anymore.
Yeah. The first time it has abilities. The first time each day that someone attempts to treat your wounds and rolls a critical failure, they get a failure instead. That's one ability of it. And with an interact action, you can activate the tattoo, and it causes your entire body to glow with the effects of a light spell. During those 5 rounds, at the end of each of your rounds, you regain 1d4 hit points.
Oh, fancy.
That is 50 gold. I'm popping these up for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Then he has a greater form of that, which is the same type of thing, except it's a 4th level light spell, and it heals 2d8 at the end of each of your turns. But that's 650 gold.
I was going to say same cost.
No. Then he has what he calls a reflexive tattoo, which is 350 gold. Then he has 3 versions of what he's calling a warding tattoo. The first one is 250. Next one's 220. The last one's 300 gold. Now, there's this cash up front, and it takes 8 days for him to put it on you. So you have to come and visit him every day for 8 days for him to do this work on you.
That's a convenient amount of time.
It is. It's almost like they're crafting something.
If, like, say I get not the familiar tattoo, get the fuck out of here. Say what? I get the enveloping light tattoo, like the base version of it, and I would want to get like the greater version later. Would I be able to do that?
Yes.
And is it a difference in cost, or am I paying the entire thing again?
Difference in cost.
Let's see. Reflexive.
I mean, 5 rounds of semi-fast healing.
Yeah. Plus the whole you can't crit fail on me is kind of nice.
Once. I mean, not that he would probably crit fail anyways, but...
I mean, if I go for broke and go for the, what would it be now, master level, I think I can still crit fail that one on a 1.
And the warding ones, I was interested in the wave one when I was looking that up, but I kind of like the enveloping light ones more.
The wave one's nice because if you fall in the water, it gives you like an air bubble, it lets you breathe.
Yeah.
So do you live at the shop for 8 days then?
No. You would come here like in the morning and spend like all day, then you would leave.
AFK a minute.
Would it leave me time to go party at night?
Of course.
I want a party. Can he do 2 at once?
No.
No. Okay.
He's got one hand on you, one hand on me.
Can you craft invisibility potions and healing potions at once at the same time?
Yes, I can. Will they work? No, they will not. But I can make.
I will get the basic enveloping
lost a mystic.
light tattoo, I think.
If I have time at the end of downtime, Zargan, I'd like to get the matching enveloping light tattoo. Just so
That's
we
what you have
actually
to
like,
worry about.
yeah, if we have time.
Well, downtime's 8 weeks. I don't think anyone has anything that's going to take that long.
My potions.
Well,
Spending
depends on how
max
much you
time.
stretch them out. Depends on how much you want to stretch them out. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I told you, I need to save money on them because they're
Oh, I
expensive.
understand. Well, if you went and killed some wyverns, you'd have plenty of money.
Yep, truth. Or just steal from them while they're sleeping. Whatever.
So you want a enveloping light tattoo, Kruger.
Mm-hmm.
All right, pay the man 50 gold.
I'll give him 4 platinum and 10 gold.
That works. Any kind of motions for you to have a seat, and he'll start right now. You will still have time tonight to go to the bar if you would like.
I would too, yes.
Okay. Glizzik, what do you want to do? You gonna sit here and wait?
While he gets worked on?
Yeah, for like 6-7 hours.
Can I start working on the mantle thing for him while he's doing that and getting worked on?
If you go back to the chapter house, sure.
Yeah, and then I'll just meet up at time.
Okay.
Like, hey, when you're done with this, I'll meet you and we'll go arena, whatever.
Okay. Alrighty. So back to Galgrim. For some spells.
What's up?
Alright. First one is Spout. Is that right?
Yep.
That's a cantrip. You need to roll me a skill check to your tradition. So, which I believe for you is primal, but I believe for you it is nature.
Yep.
So make me a nature check. You spend an hour, and you make that, what was that, 27? That is a crit on this. So mark off 1 gold, and you learn Spout.
Okay.
Next hour, you're going to try to learn Gale Blast, another nature check. That is another critical success, so mark off another gold, and you learn Gale Blast.
I'm back.
Okay.
All right. Next hour would be Healing Plaster. Go ahead and make that check. That is a crit, so mark off a 3rd gold, and you learn Healing Plaster.
Okay.
All right, you have enough time this evening to do one of the 3rd levels. So if we do it in order, that's the Elemental 1.
Okay.
Go ahead and make that roll, Nature. That is a critical success. Mark off 8 gold, and you learn the spell.
Okay.
And just so I can close out of these windows, I'm gonna have you go in and roll the last one for the next day, which is Blazing Dive. Go ahead and roll your nature.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
Meh.
Got worse, but mark off that hero point, and it is enough to succeed though. So mark off 16 gold, and you learn the spell. Learning spells is not hard if you have a decent check.
I figured I probably succeeded with that. I was trying to get a crit again to
Save money.
Save money.
Oh, is that very much so? All right, so tomorrow by noon you will have all your spells learned. Tomorrow, if you want to, when we do that, if you want to do any of the first 4, if you want to add those to your thing, you can prep them. I don't think I have. Well, I don't know. Let me see. Oh, no, I probably don't have them on. I'm not going to add them to your book yet until probably between sessions.
It's fine.
All right.
I don't. So, I'm not going to use them for anything for this. While we're in town.
Yeah, they're for combat stuff, anyways, right?
Yep.
Or Glizzic.
Yeah. Well, that's combat.
Okay, now I can use my freaking elementalist shit.
All right. Let's kill the rest of the evening. We got Zakara. Let me see here.
I would wander over to the party at some point when I get done with that. By the way.
Yeah, just go back to the chapter house. Yep.
Well, no, like if they're doing a party thing in town, right?
Oh, there's little parties all over town.
Oh, okay.
Festival. All will be well.
Not here.
All we need is a dinosaur now.
He's working on it.
Dinosaur races? What?
Banana. What was it? Banana something? From Ack Inc.
Yeah, I don't. That was so long ago. Where is that? Here we go. Transferring runes. All right, Zakara, what are you transferring?
Potency rune to a dagger.
Do you have a potency rune?
Yes, it was on one of the things from the group loot that got split up.
Spear, axe, one of the two. Rings a bell.
Battle axe?
Battle axe. Battle axe. Yep, I see it. Alrighty. Potency rune. Alright. One to another. So you're going to go right from the axe to your dagger. Alright. Mark off. Okay, I need to look that up. I don't think that's the right. Yep, that's what I thought. Alright, mark off 3.5 gold.
I don't have to roll first?
No, you might. Well,
Like you pay half up front. And then depending on what happens, you either just have to try again another day.
I thought if you fail the rune thing, you lose the rune.
I don't think you ever actually lose the. I don't even think you lost it on a critical failure. The DC of the crafting check to transfer a rune is determined by the item level of the rune being transferred. The price of the
nah,
transfer is
this is
10%.
either success or failure. If you fail, you don't transfer it.
Okay, the price of the transfer is 10% the rune's price unless transferring from a rune stone, which is free.
Which she's not. So she pays 10% to make a roll. If she fails, the money's wasted, and the rune's still on the axe.
Yeah, I don't think you ever lose the rune.
Okay. And my plan was, if it succeeds, to spend an extra day on it to lower the cost.
Yeah,
You
does
cannot do that.
yeah. It says
Yes, I can.
last line.
Oh,
It
yep.
takes
Okay.
1 day to transfer a rune or swap a pair of runes, and you can continue to work over additional days to get a discount as usual
Okay.
with craft.
All right. Let me pull that up.
For 8 levels, so she can get it. What? I don't know what your craft is. Expert.
Trained?
2.5 gold per day. Then DC 24. Well, that's task level 8 though. I don't know what item level the rune is. Probably go off of that instead.
I think I go off my level.
All right. So mark off 1 gold, 7 silver, and 5 copper because you pay half. So it's like crafting wood, and then the other half you could work off if you wanted to. So let me know when you paid that 1.75 gold. And then we can make your crafting check.
I paid 10% of the rune though, right? So 3 gold, 5 silver?
That's the full price, but so you would pay half of that for the craft. So 1.75 gold.
Yeah. So the way I understand it is that 10% you can get 50% of that back by working the additional days.
Yep, but it always requires some money. So it's like crafting. So as soon as you mark off that 1.75, we can make a roll.
The good news is it only take you like a day to get to work off that. And it looks like the task level is set by the rune stone or the rune's DC or level.
Okay.
Yeah, the
All
DC
right,
of
go
the
ahead and make a crafting check. You happy with a 31?
I think so.
All right, that is successful. I'm going to go ahead and mark it that you're going to spend an additional day on that. So we're going to use a day of yours time up. And then that goes on one of your daggers, doesn't matter which one.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Alright. That is done.
Okay, so
I will get you a dagger +1 and so forth between sessions here.
okay.
Raz, you are next, my friend.
Mm-hmm. And I'm using a runestone, so cost is 0.
Correct, because you paid extra to
Yeah.
have the runestone. So you just need to make me a crafting check.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was gonna be it. Yeah, I'll keep that. Wasn't sure if that was gonna be a 3 or a 19.
Yeah, I wasn't sure until it popped up either. You barely make it, man.
Man, that DC 37.
Oh, did I mention that's like a critical success, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, so you
Got
make the note there.
That leather +1.
And actually, where's your leather? Let me delete your leather. Give you leather +1. And then I'll delete your runestone. So if you go in and equip that, it should work.
It says it's equipped.
Yep.
I don't think it is, though.
No, you're carrying it. It's not equipped.
It says equipped when I'm looking at the. Let me click it again. There it goes.
Now
I
it's showing.
had to cycle through, apparently. There it goes.
Yep, you're up to 23 now. Yep. Yeah, I
Right
was showing it as you carried.
Right where I was before, but my previous armor wouldn't have allowed any more dex bonus, and that's going to keep going up.
Yep. You don't have the strength for this armor either, do
Nope.
you?
I might next level, though. I'm trying to decide what to not raise in favor of getting
It's
strength.
not next level, it's 10th.
Not next boost is what I meant.
Yeah. Well, you get 4 of them, so.
I know. It's hard to pick, though.
It is. Some are more important than others.
Probably not going to boost con because it wouldn't get me a modifier anyway.
You don't do your intelligence either. That's worthless.
Well, I'm going to do my intelligence because it's already 19. Basically, I started.
I think
I started with 18, and I didn't boost it the first go around either.
No, you did. You started with you only had one boost. Everyone boosted their main stat.
Oh, that's right, because it went from 16 to 18. It's where 18's the cutoff, right?
Yeah, 18's the max you can start with.
Well,
all right. Evening goes by. Oh, excuse me there. You guys are all busy into late evening, probably about 8, 9 o'clock. You might even want to call it nighttime. You kind of put up your stuff. Zakara, you're still going to work on your rune some more tomorrow, making it look all nice on that dagger to make it cheaper. Raz, you had a roostone, so it was just like wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Galgan's going out on the town. Glizzy came. Oh, Glizzy, that's right. I'm sorry, sir.
It's okay. I get overlooked a lot.
It's because you're short, sir.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean.
Force of personality. That's what the megaphone's for.
Just be louder. feedback. Is this thing on?
How's that even possible?
All right, go ahead and make me a crafting check, Glizzik, and put I believe, a +1 because of your leather skill.
Not bad, not bad.
All right, you happy with a 35?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You kind of spend the evening working on that and get it all set up. Only thing you kind of waiting on now is for Galgrim to bring the cloak, and then you can attach your stuff right to that cloak, and it should, it should be able to be
Little glue
all
gun, some
done.
Velcro, we're good. Yeah.
Exactly. A couple nails or staples right through on the Kruger's back. It won't come off ever.
Like antlers on mice, yep.
Exactly. Just to staple them on. All right. I know Galgrim's going out on the town a little bit. I believe Kruger and Glizzik are going to the Thirsty Goat.
Fight.
Zakara and Raz. What are you guys going out to enjoy some parties, or what are you two doing?
If I'm done for the night, I don't see why not. I know it's not going to pick up till later in the week, but it wouldn't hurt to see where it's going to start from.
You going out on your own? You trying to find some of the other people? You guys going out together?
Yeah, what do you say, Zakara? End the evening with a little bit of carousing.
Could use some relaxation.
Take a break from the etching.
I'll look. It's nighttime now, right?
It is dark, yes.
I'll look over at Ferris. You feel like coming out, or you'd rather stay in here?
I think I'd better be better off if I stayed here. I think Balthamel still might be looking for me. If anything would happen out there, at least the guards would maybe help you guys. They would attack me.
Do you think this would help? I'll bring out the hat. Can change how you look for a little while.
Possibly. But nah, I think I'm still good. Maybe in the other night.
Okay. Well, you better still be here when I get back.
Where else would I go?
Alright, I will head out with Rez.
Okay, you guys just going out to enjoy some drinking on the town and that?
Yeah, try some food, try some drink. See what this shindig's gonna start with, so we can see how it's gonna end.
It's gonna end with a bang. All right. You two go out together. Galgrim's out there as well by himself. You guys can spend whatever kind of cash you would like to on some street food and some drinks. I think Kruger's sleeping.
I'm not sleeping.
Okay, so you're like laying there and you're like.
No, once I got done with my tattoo, I wanted to ask the guy about the tattoo that the last guy got.
Oh, yeah, I know. You sent that to me, but I was ignoring it.
So rude.
He's like, well, what about it? I don't know what that symbol is. I've probably done, I don't know, 10 or 15 in the last month.
Do you normally do that many?
Never done those until like I haven't done any of those before. Probably just in the last month, six weeks maybe. Probably maybe about 30 total, mostly middle-aged men. Not like that guy was one of the odd ones. I think he was a sailor or something, but usually it's not that type of people. It's more of like standard, normal, everyday workers. They come in with a couple of them come in and they have that like a hand drawn picture, and I just do it.
Do you have any of those hand drawn pictures around?
No, they usually keep them. Why you looking to get that? I might be able to remember enough about it to put it on you.
Would you be able to draw it on a paper? See how much you remember?
Memory's not that good.
You just said you would put it on my skin.
I'm not saying it'd be perfect though. Might take some time for me to to remember what it was. Then there's ink and paper and
They don't cost that much.
No, but they have a cost.
How much is ink and paper? Like a silver?
Depends on what quality.
I'm just whatever, like stuff
He's
that isn't going to fall apart
asking for
immediately.
what are you going to give him for this?
Read the room, Kruger. He wants the bribe.
Not necessarily a bribe, just a small amount of cash for his time
to jog his memory.
I'll look over at Glizik and say,
Glizik's
how much?
Not there.
Oh, that's right.
Wow, you got some good vision. Through buildings.
Natural 20.
About 10 minutes after we started in that,
yeah,
you looked over and Glizik was gone.
Sowing like the wind.
I have no idea how much paper it costs, so I'll just offer him 5 silver.
All right, he'll take that, mark it off.
We never did the make an impression thing. Did I need to roll anything for that for his price discount?
Yeah. Rolled in the tower though.
Okay. And it would be telling stories, so I did get my oration bonus on that, yeah?
Sure. Well, you know what? Don't roll it in the tower. Just roll it in the open. Because you might want to spend a hero point on it.
True. It's an average roll. I'll go with it.
You're keeping it?
I
or
let
not?
it stay. I keep it. Yeah, 30 sounds good. Just trying to make him more friendly so that, increase our relationship as customers.
Do I get to choose where the tattoo goes?
Yes.
Can I have it go on my right arm?
If that's where you would like it, yes.
And which
anywhere
one?
but the right arm.
What was the description of the enveloping
he has a
light?
religious exemption against tattooing people's right arms.
Exactly. God damn it, Kruger. Crable.
Crable.
It is 6 concentric circles that show up as a soft yellow on your skin.
Okay, I'll get it on like my shoulder, like right here.
And add. Let me see. 30. Carry 1. Add 7. Divide by 1,000. Add by 1,000,000. Why don't you go ahead and add 5 gold back to your money?
Woo!
Yeah. Good job, headmaster.
Spend 5 silver, get 5 gold. I'd like that math.
All right. So 3 of the party members are off on the town enjoying some alcohol, maybe some street food. Kruger and Glizik head down to the Thirsty Goat. Thirsty Goat is down in the Sea Ward. Damn, Raz, you're spending big money.
Well, I imagine it's just like little market stalls and stuff set up at this point, not like exquisite, like foreign.
It's like bread on a stick and stuff like that.
Yeah, but getting like a like a little grab bag of things as we go.
Sure.
Few copper here, a few copper there.
I mean,
Drinks.
if you spend a gold, that's probably enough for you and Shakard both to have many, not many drinks, but several drinks and some finger foods.
That's fine. I'll get us both.
Oh, what's the
All right.
tattoo artist's name?
You never asked.
Fine, I'm asking tomorrow. Fuck you.
You guys don't like names for some reason.
You have to earn the right to have your name remembered.
It's hey you.
Except when it's one of the bonus questions and no one fucking asked their name, and
Was he human?
he was.
Okay, you just said a dark-haired person, and I just assumed human. So
I said man, so I
This is a bugbear with dreads. We didn't even notice.
A shaven
Man, what's
bugbear.
up?
How could you tell the difference?
All right, Thirsty Goat, a large 2-story tavern in the Sea Ward that caters to mostly dock workers and sailors. You guys go in, and they're doing a pretty good business. I mean, I'm sure the festival is helping. There's a 3-piece band up on the little bit of stage, and they're playing some music. Place is hopping. What are you doing, Kruger and Glizik?
Weren't you supposed to meet somebody here for a date or a trial or something?
yeah, I'm supposed.
Remember what the message was?
Nope. I'm supposed to see a guy about a horse.
Kruger, I missed you.
That is not what the message was.
We were supposed to have a meeting, and she was very upset, heartbroken. So you should be here with flowers. Where are your flowers?
You're his flowers.
I'm a bouquet.
I will go up and talk to the barkeep, unless there seems to be someone else who's like a hostess or whatever.
No, there's no hostess. There
Okay.
are some women running around serving tables and stuff, but carrying drinks and stuff, but they seem to be occupied. Bartenders back there. It's an elderly mountain dwarf.
God damn
Half mountain.
dwarves.
Half mountain, half dwarf. All bartender.
There's a picture of him.
God, he's fucking as ugly as Gow.
Wow.
Found your nighttime job, did
Wait a second. Looks just like him.
You go up there and he goes, kind of looks at you, looks down at the Glizik. What do you want?
I'm looking for Grim.
You found him. What do you want?
I love elves.
with barbecue sauce. We love Elvis barbecue sauce, he means to say.
He kind of looks at you. I bet you do. Kind of looks you right in the eyes. Come back on God's Day evening.
God's Day evening. Okay.
Now get out of here. That's 3 days.
As we leave, I'll kind of lean in and whisper to Kruger, I've never seen an elf before in my life. How do you love them so much? I thought you hated elves.
They taste yummy.
It is a thing that I was instructed to say.
I thought you were just telling them.
I told him what I needed him to hear.
So you don't really like those knife-eared bastards, do you?
No opinion one way or the other.
Knife-eared bastards. Strike the earth.
Listen here, you knife-eared piece of shit.
That's what I was going.
What was the day? God's what?
God's Day.
Evening. God's Day evening. 3 days.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you look at the calendar, today is Star Day. In 3 days, it'll be God's Day.
My day.
That's a holy day for some people.
Listen to me, you pole-proportioned dendrophiles.
All right. Kruger and Glizzick, you heading back to the chapter house, or are you going out on the town to enjoy little festivities?
I'm here to supervise. Want to go?
Kruger just kind of like smirks slightly and just nods.
All right, mark off whatever money you guys want to spend.
How much is a normal drink?
Well, it depends. Anywhere from a copper and up.
Sure. I'll spend 3 silver. It takes a lot to keep Kruger running.
It does.
I'm going to invest on some fatty food while we're drinking. So I'm going to do 2 silver and 8 copper. Not drinking swill, but getting you some food in your belly.
Okay.
Mine's mostly alcohol, supplemented by the alcohol from the ever-filling stein that I have.
Gotcha.
Like I have to wash all the liquor down with something weaker, like beer.
Exactly. All right, you guys are each of you out enjoying the town. It's definitely a large town. Several of you have never really been in a large town before. Zakara brings back memories of when you lived here for years, I do believe.
Yes.
Brings back memories of many rich fests and other festivals you have spent in town. Although you do keep your fingers to yourself this time. Raz is not as big as some of the you've been in larger towns. You've been in Idris, the capital, but
Been around.
you've been around. It's been a while since you've been in a decent sized town though. Glizzick, you usually chase out of town, so this is a nice change for you. And Galgrim, you don't usually spend much time in towns ever since you left home. But you guys go out, spend a little pocket money, get some pocket bacon, some drinks. Not a whole lot going on. But I want each of you to roll me a 20-sider in the tower.
By the way, I did mark 2 silver off for.
Okay.
Just.
You don't have to drink or eat.
I'm gonna partake a little bit.
Exactly.
Lose your druid powers.
For drinking and eating.
Alrighty. Rumor time.
Woo!
One person picks up a rumor. That might be useful. I don't know. It's probably not, but that's just what it is. Rumor does have it, Adele. Son, while you're waiting in the street, while Glizzick, while Raz goes off to get these seared frogs on a stick that he wants to try. You're there and you hear some people, some younger teenagers going by, probably 17, 18, out, for their first Rich Fest, they're drinking a little bit, they're having a good time. And as they walk by, they're talking fairly loud. And they're talking about Marjorie's Magical Menagerie. It's coming back to town this festival. It'll be here for 3 days. The last 3 days.
You cut out after naming the place.
I hate this damn. I don't know what.
Menagerie's last word.
Yep. Marjorie's Magical Menagerie coming back to town. It's been gone for a couple years. They had some issues last time they were in town. But they are back. They should arrive tomorrow and start setting up. They will have 3 nights of shows. And they have a wide range of creatures. It is like a traveling circus.
Yeti.
Zakara's I must immediately report to Kruger.
They do. The kids do mention that last time they were in town, probably 5 years ago, they heard rumors that they had a Yeti, and it got out and mauled some people.
Kruger, get the piglet. Let's go.
Do I remember anything like that?
Give me 1 second. Oh, you you would have been here. You remember it not clearly. You remember some of the same rumors, but what you remember is actually this will be perfect for you. You and Ferris released the Yeti as a distraction to rob the coin box from the circus.
She knows how to do it already.
She has the ability.
Hey,
You
it
didn't
worked.
think it would kill anyone. You thought the guards and that would be able to handle it pretty quick, but you feel a little bad about the couple kids that were killed, but
Occupational hazard.
Yeti or not, here he comes.
And then one by one or two by two, whichever way you guys arrive, back at the chapter house, as drunk or not drunk as you want to be. You kind of come in. For those of you who have claimed rooms upstairs, like I said, there are 4 of them. They're fairly primitive. You guys go in there. If someone's in the bed, you might crawl in next to them. You might just lay on the floor. You might just lay on the table. You all come back to the chapter house and find somewhere to pass out and sleep. Billed.
Bill from Vampire. George, Bill, and Simon.
So he didn't.
Okay.
Just to be sure, the guy didn't give me his rendition of the drawing, right? Not tonight.
No, he'll have it for you tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll get it made up and I'll add it to your inventory.
Okay.
just a smiley face.
Unless you want me to just throw it into the party stuff.
I mean, it's fine. Like if you can throw it in there. Like if nobody's, if people aren't blasted.
I mean, I don't want to fill up individual inventories with tons of shit.
No, that's fine. Like you can just, you can put in my inventory. I don't care. I was just wondering if, I don't know, like how drunk is everyone?
You don't have it tonight though. You'll have it tomorrow.
That's fine. I can still tell people what I found out.
Yeah. How drunk they are is up to them.
Not very. Wasn't out to get plastered.
Then why were you out?
Because we were just testing things. Plus, I also have a very high fortitude, and if I'm not going to get drunk, I'm probably not going to get drunk.
I heard a challenge there, Kruger.
Zakara is not drunk because she's so worried about Balthamel.
So once everyone's back in various states of inebriation, who will say, I've found something else, found out something that may be interesting.
Well, a lead perhaps? New job?
You remember that symbol that was on that piece of flesh we had to get rid of?
Yes. Someone took a drawing of that, didn't they?
I think I did.
Do you have it?
I feel like I did, but it's not like an inventory item.
Way to go, Zarg, you forgot to add it.
Never.
So many things in images, 11 pages. I'm sure there's
I mean, I took a screenshot of it. Does that count?
Maybe. post your screenshot. Is it the same symbol?
Yeah. Oh, you want me to post it?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to. I just didn't know if it was the same symbol or not.
Yeah, you even gave it the same name.
What, strange tattoo?
Yeah.
So she does have a picture of it then?
Sure.
Let's see, my wasted 5 silver then.
It was on carving off a gnoll that you guys killed. A gnoll. I think it was Gary Gnoll.
No news is good news from Gary.
The tattooer said that he hadn't really done them before, but they started popping up 6 weeks ago. And he's done about 30 since then.
In 6 weeks? Wow.
He said that most of them seemed to be normal workers, like dock workers. The one we ran into was more rough around the edges.
Snolls. Not exactly your typical citizen.
This one that I saw had it walking out was human. He said that he would make me pay. So I have a lead, but is leading someone else to me.
At this rate, we're gonna have like 18 people tracking us down.
And the chapter house burns down. I mean, with you guys in it. You guys escape, but you leave Guillermo behind. Way to go. And the pig.
Should we also name the pig Guillermo?
Well,
Guillermo Jr. Guillermo Jr. will dress him up like him. So
assuming no one else really has like any input, I will let the rest of the group know about the tattoos that the guy offers, along with the pricing and such. I'll also let the group know that I will be going to Thirsty Goat on God's Day to figure out what's going on with the fighting ring.
See, they're playing hard to get with you, huh?
Well, the festival is in town, so I guess I can drink until then.
Oh, while Raz and I were out, I did hear that the menagerie is coming back to town. Marjorie's Magical Menagerie. Haven't seen them for a while.
What is a menagerie?
A collection of exotic animals, usually.
Is Ferris here or is he elsewhere?
You don't see him.
He left. You explicitly told him not to do that.
I know.
Way to be a contrarian there.
They ran into a bit of trouble the last time they were here, so I guess that's why they haven't shown their faces. But it's a good show. I recommend it.
What happened?
One of their animals got out. It's do you know what a Yeti is?
Do I know what a Yeti is?
Do we know what a Yeti is?
I know what a Yeti is.
I would say most of you know, except for Glizzic.
I grew up with Yetis most.
I was raised by Yetis.
Half Yeti.
Have
That's just your
became the
mother.
Yeti. So a hairy goblin.
I'm quarter Yeti on my mother's side.
Is it as strong as this other beast that was supposed to be in there that I've heard about?
What other beast?
The Yeti. Come on, Kruger, do it.
I heard that there is supposed to be a strong animal. Remember, I told you to see if you'd be able to open its cage so it can fight it?
Oh, okay, that's what you were talking about. I guess we could see.
Maybe if the Yeti is as strong as this other thing, then you should open both cages.
Watch it be a fucking mammoth and a Yeti. Just smart Kruger.
Kruger sure wants to fight everything without his magical hand wraps.
So what did this Yeti do last time?
Oh, it was mostly a distraction, but a few bystanders did die.
Were they standing too close to the cage?
In my opinion, yes.
And that the Yeti could reach them.
Well, you see, when I locked the cage and spooked the Yeti out, they were just too damn close.
I mean, really, you would expect the watch to have control of things.
So it got out of its cage then?
Yeah, it got out of its cage. With some help.
Were there two Yetis?
Just the one. But who knows, this time they might have even more.
Then how did he get help if it was just one Yeti?
Wait. There's two Yetis at this place?
Way to go, Zakara. Get rumors started that way.
Two Yetis for the price of admission?
Well, I don't know what their current stock is. Last time there was just one. And it might have gotten help from me and Ferris.
Kruger just kind of like squints his eyes at you. As in, you released the Yeti before?
Release the Yeti!
Yes, but I will deny it outside of this house.
Then you can do it again.
What do you want the Yeti for?
I must prove my strength.
You want to fight it?
Don't you?
Forget about me.
Well, I'll let you do the fighting.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
In that case, do I have some poetry for you?
The side effects were not what we were hoping for. We didn't think it would actually go out and kill people, or that the watch would be so inept. But it did make a very good distraction. I mean, if you wanted to fight, you could probably even go in there with it.
But then, if it wanted to run away from me, I wouldn't be able to chase after it.
Okay, good point.
Kruga's like a big cat.
So within 3 days, you will release the Yeti. I will tell you when I want this to happen.
Sure, why not? Shouldn't be too hard. I did it before.
Vast evil party shining through.
Why
And
did
if
3
people
Does anyone-
die, then
Why-
they are not strong enough to live.
Does anyone even speak Yeti in the party?
Quotable quotes from Kruga. If they die, they weren't strong enough to live.
I'm pretty sure Yetis speak only Yeti.
Yetin.
Nethys says Aklo, and I don't know what that is. AKLO. Is that like a elemental or something, maybe?
Maybe.
Because it's not the giant speak, the Krugler.
No, that is Jotun.
Jotun or whatever.
Well, look up Aklo, see what it says.
It just gives me a list of everything that speaks Aklo. It
Yeah.
doesn't give me any description. I clicked on it, it's like, that does not help at all.
Oh, it's what intellect devourers speak.
There you go.
So some kind of monster language then.
It's
It
also
would appear.
a lot of Fae on this list.
Yeah, it's a crap ton of monsters and then 14 NPCs.
I don't think the Lich really counts.
Flump speak Akla. There has to be a flump in this campaign.
I gave you a flump in your other campaign.
Yeah,
Hey,
but I can have Glizzy cook this one for me.
we have a festival. Can't we get like flumps that are like balloons at the carts or something, Sargon, to carry around with us?
Sorry, I don't think you understand. By them discovering flumps exist, it will now always be asked for.
Better that than fair.
Fable has a personal obsession with flumps or something.
He kill if it's on parade, pretty much.
This one's different from the D&D one. It doesn't spray a gross smelling concoction. It sprays perfume.
Yeah, and then you look and it says foul smelling liquid. So
It's sharts.
Perfume to somebody.
I mean, Galgrim got some sharks tonight.
It's an acquired taste.
That old gnome farted on him and then blamed him. All right, any other discussions for the evening?
if we're lucky, while I'm fighting the Yeti, these people with the tattoos will attack me as well.
And the people we pissed off at the Assassin's Guild.
And
with the boots.
maybe Balthamel and every other enemy we have while everyone's at their weakest.
Yeah, just everybody just fight each other, Take care of all the problems in one episode.
My worst is better than your best.
Anything you got to say to me, you can say to my Yeti friend first.
And then yeet the Yeti at him.
Get him.
Beastmaster archetype. My pet is the Yeti.
This orc's my friend, and he's crazy too.
Beastmaster archetype. Anything that you can throw is your.
Well, that's all everyone had for the evening. Then Raz is going to turn in for the night. He's got a big old 3-day long test, was it, Zargan?
Yep.
3-day long test ahead of him.
During Richfest?
I'm sure we'll be done for the day before any of the festivities really take off. Otherwise, it'd be quite an intensive test.
I'll be spending the better part of the week at the tattoo.
At the tattoo. Just not the tattoo place or anything else, at the tattoo.
Yep.
That's the guy's name at the shop, Tattoo.
Keep an eye out for the plane.
It's his name and what he does, Tattoo.
Alrighty.
I will I will be going down to the basement to Ferris.
Okay, you go downstairs and no Ferris.
Looks like he wheeled out of here.
I'll go back upstairs and look for Guillermo.
He's around.
Guillermo, did you see my friend here earlier? Did he leave?
You mean the pale vampire one?
That one.
Yeah, probably, I don't know, a little bit after you guys left, he skedaddled right out. Said he was going out to get a bite to eat or something.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Is Galgrim back?
Oh yeah.
Can I get one of those no more drained
Not today.
tomorrow then?
If you need it, sure.
I need it, sure. I let the vampire feed on me just to keep him alive.
Yeah, I can do that tomorrow.
You need anything?
Nope.
5 gold.
Sure.
Nope. Don't need anything. I'm good.
Do we have a talk?
Hmm?
Can you and I talk outside?
I guess.
Like in the backyard, not like, step outside, I want to fight.
Tomorrow, get the silence spell too.
I mean, if you'd like to, I guess we can.
Okay, I'd like.
Okay.
Okay, we go outside, shut the door nice, and I don't know, sit on the ground or lean against the wall or whatever. Type of relaxing conversation. I just want to figure out what's going on because we've had a whole like running conversation that kind of sort of resolved, but not really. And I remember us on the island, we were cool, like making lean-tos and sharing food, and everything was fine. And then we've been not good since the warehouse. I'd like to get back to where we were good, if that's possible.
Well, I mean, you tried to murder literally the most important thing in the planet to me.
No, didn't try to murder. Would have hit it harder if I was actually trying to kill it. It got hit by a stray blast of one of my spells. Unfortunately, it did not do well after getting hit by said spell. I was not targeting the bear. I was targeting like 3 or 4 other dudes. Your friend, see, I'm using the word friend rather than the bear, happened to get hit by the spell, but in no way was it actively trying to kill your friend.
Would you have been as reckless if it were Kruga standing there?
Definitely. And that's why before I cast it, I said, make sure you guys don't get in front of me because I'm going to shoot this out there. And then the bear, your friend, Barony, not probably understanding me, ran over to a side to try and, help us fight them. But unfortunately, in order to hit as many of them as possible, I had to kind of graze them. Unfortunately, it was an effect that stayed on for a while. And I think that was partly the problem. I've said sorry several times. I don't think you're taking me serious when I've said it, or you feel like I'm mocking you. I'm not. It's fun to kind of squabble amongst friends and family where I come from. It shows that you care at least a little bit. I don't want you to think that I hate you. I don't hate you. Okay. I just want to, clear the air, so to speak, It's nothing against you. I have no idea what relationship you guys have together between the two of you. But, maybe someday you'll open up and tell me a little bit about it. And I can tell you a little bit about me and the man upstairs. And I point towards my hat. You know? I'm
From my
extending an
point of
olive
view,
branch here.
you were reckless in your spell casting, as these are things that we can control. And when I brought it up, you, instead of apologizing, decided to double down on the bear was in the way, it was the bear's fault, and didn't take responsibility for your own actions. And then you continued to poke and prod and make fun of the situation of almost murdering the closest the creature that I am the closest to on this earth. If that bear had died, you would not have lived.
Again with the animosity. I would like to move past this.
That is where the animosity is coming from, was from your reactions to the whole situation. If you wish to move past it, I am attempting to do so. I have not.
Why is the
taken
bear so
advantage of you being
close to
here.
you? It is an animal, and you like animals. I get that. Is it your brother, like transformed into a bear?
No.
Is it family to you?
Yes.
Oh my God, are you dating the bear? And I wink at you. I'm just kidding.
I straight up punch him. Like, kind of a half between serious and playful.
And there goes half his hit points for it.
Kruger, you hear combat outside.
Butt kicking for goodness.
Drag them in so that you don't have to be supervised.
From the backyard, you hear horizon.
Now maybe he's just talking about sunsets and sunups.
Thunder.
Really, they're talking about
3-round
the
cat.
weather.
The wall disintegrates behind. Where did you guys meet?
He was an orphan that I rescued.
Like,
Or
its mother died?
She was an orphan, yes.
How did its mother die?
The war.
I'm sorry. What war? The one that Raz keeps talking about that was like way before I was ever born?
Yes.
I think it's
Which
just a
also
myth.
makes the bear older than you.
I think it's just a myth. I've seen no war. It's just an excuse for people to blame, actions that they, consider questionable on. No, but that's cool. So you're kind of like its papa.
In essence, yes.
And it's a baby bear.
No, I mean, it's not so much of a baby anymore, is it?
That's a big fucking baby, but yeah. It's like this armored bear with a saddle standing there. That's a baby. It's like 20 times my size, though. It's big. So what's it call you?
Calls me Galgrim.
Nah. I can't say Galgrim. It's a bear. What's it call you? Like, what's it sound like in bear language? I'm talking like Scooby. Like, animals got their own speech, right?
Yes, and I can speak it sometimes.
On certain days when I'm really ready for it. I mean, like you're talking one nature guy to another nature guy. I'm more spirits, you're more animals, but still. Things got their names and things got their true names. You know what I mean. Sometimes we don't like to talk about true names. Sometimes we just talk about nicknames or common names or whatever. Names give a lot of power.
The bear calls me Galgrim.
I have yet to hear that bear call you Gal. I'll believe it when I see it.
That's your problem.
So,
You're
what
not
questions you
listening.
got
You're looking.
What questions you got for me?
Questions for you? None. You know where I stand. Don't harm the bear, and I'll work on not being as angry.
Now, what questions you got for me? I asked you some stuff. We're having an exchange here. Quid pro quo, Galgram.
I just walk and go back inside.
You owe me questions.
Wow.
I'm trying to like flash eyes like up towards my hat to give you a signal to ask me questions. You're really just walking away.
Yep.
Well, after you're gone,
Charisma.
Nanul, I told you he fucking hates you. It's not me that they don't like, it's you, but
So I should kill him.
hey, you do you, man. I tried to give the olive branch. You saw
So
it.
I have now that we're alone, I have some questions for you.
Yeah.
I was speaking with the master, and he said I should ask you. So what's this shit you're telling all your new friends, who are better than me, about everything you do is my fault? What is this bullshit? If that's how you feel, I'll just take your gifts and go.
Yeah, take my gifts and go. Yeah, you're worth it. Yeah, sure. I'm through with putting up with you. If you want to go. We're outside, but there's the door. You know what I'm saying? I was fine before you came along. Yeah, sure, we had some fun times. We did some stuff together, but I don't need you. Nobody needs you. Nobody likes you. Take your 3 gold, whatever you got left inside of you, and let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. I don't see you walking. Oh, that's right. You can't because the master says you can't. Oh.
Nope, he's leaving.
See you. Bye.
He walks out into the alley and out of your sight.
I go back in the door behind Galgram.
All right.
Adjust the hat back on my head.
Yep.
As I walk in, I see them sitting around the table or whatever. I'm like, all right, who wants to get shit faced?
No one.
Kruger just like looks at you and he like continues drinking.
I already went to bed for the evening.
Yeah, I'm just enough to go to bed.
Just Kruger drinking by himself. I'm like, oh, that's not the reaction I was looking for.
Zakar is in the basement.
No, you came back upstairs.
But then I went back down.
Oh, okay. So it was just Kruger at the table drinking by himself, and Glizwick walks in. Who was good shit face? Where did I go?
Kruger.
Want
to get drunk?
Trying, but this isn't strong enough.
I know. We go out and spend so much more money. I told the noodle to piss off. It's just you and me, man.
I'll kind of look at him and I'll stand up and walk over and I'll reach down and I'll grab the hat on his head and I'll lift it up and look in it.
It's like he's pressed up against the top.
Nope.
I got a free night that I don't have to be around him anymore.
No wife, no kids.
Yep, nothing but time and money, my friend.
I'll put it back on his head.
You notice the accent changes from New Yorker to more of Russian again, because he's just by himself.
Where did he go?
I was outside to talk to Galgram, and Noel didn't like the things I've been saying about him lately, so he figured he would threaten to leave, so I told him to leave. He said he'd take my gifts with him, but as you can see, I'm still me, and very, very powerful.
Why are you talking funny?
Yeah, must be the drink.
I'm not that drunk.
No, I mean me.
All too sexy.
Sly.
Kruger just kind of look at you, but he doesn't care to get in anymore. Where are we going?
Let's just go out, and we'll come back when it gets late, and we find the way home.
Let's go then.
Okay, I'll spend 10 gold on booze for us.
Holy cow!
I will let him
we're
spend
Okay.
10 gold for us.
Mark it off.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out 20 silver and 18 gold.
Okay. See my IM there, Raz? Bio?
1 second, I gotta go back to my computer.
Oh, okay.
While we're out, like, drinking.
I was just asking if you have to work tonight. Yep, while you're out drinking.
Yep.
Like, before, like, we get too far into our cups, I'll just look at Glizik and say, the others should start working on a solution for you while we aren't actively working now.
As in, you would talk to them about it.
As I told you I would.
Thank you. I do not know if this is going to impact what I can do, but we will cross that bridge when we get there, I guess. I'll still be the same loyal goblin, but what I bring to the table may change because I don't know.
Well, I made a promise to you and I shall see it through.
I appreciate you removing my shackles, and it gives you a small little fist to bump at the table next.
Like, Kruga isn't really familiar with the gesture, so he'll just reach over and, like, grab it.
Shake it a little bit. No.
Or he has a handshake now.
And I teach him, like, no, when you do this, you're supposed to, and he just keeps doing it. I'm like, fuck it. All right, that's the new thing now. Yeah, like Harry baby.
Harry baby.
I do
Loyalty.
kind of share the nuts and bolts of how I met him. Go ahead.
I just like as a continuation that Kruga say, loyalty is something that works both ways. I may be your war chief, but my word is also my bond.
I appreciate that. I'm not used to having friends.
As I have told you and the others, I'm looking to move forward. And in the wake of what I leave, you all will realize your dreams.
I got some pretty big dreams, buddy. And I smile. It's Toothy Dagger.
I know not how that may happen, but I know that gods can bleed, and I've seen you do that plenty, and yet you live.
Yeah, you notice how I get so close to dying, but never actually die. I pretty much I'm being every time it happens, it reinforces the idea that I am immortal.
Kruger just kind of like gives like a little like mirthless laugh.
Wait, look, nothing can kill me. I am invincible. Even the vampire. You saw the vampire, right? That guy was hurting, right? And I sheared his face off. I mean, it was freaking great. I hope he comes back. I want to do it again.
Well, you may feel you're immortal, but I know that I will never have need to test that myself, as you have devoted yourself to me.
So I was looking up my my initial answers to the background question. So the story about how he met Nanul, just to paraphrase, was that I was up in the mountains and there was an avalanche and I got trapped in a cave and I assumed that I was going to die because I couldn't get out. It was rocks and ice and stuff blocking the entrance. So I assumed I was just going to starve to death in there. And as I kind of like explored a little bit and had to spend the night there, I was visited by this spirit of an animated mound of snow, which was Nanul. And he said that he would teach me great powers if we made a pact. I agreed, and it taught me more spells, which allowed me to escape the cave and the avalanche with like, fire and stuff like that to melt the snow to get out and stuff. I don't know who the patron that I'm getting power from is, but Nanul is like the middleman to that source of power. Like they haven't really revealed themselves to me. Out of character, I took a feat months ago, and I'm supposed to get a little bit of inkling of it, but really we haven't talked much about it because Nanul hasn't said much to me about it. So I'm still kind of waiting to know who my powers come from. So I really don't know. Could be good guy, could be bad guy. Yeah, I agreed to something without knowing the rules, just to live.
Krugo will look at you, and he just has this inquisitive look on his face, and he just says, "How will you become what you are destined to become if you are serving another god?"
I don't know what I'm serving at this point, and my journey, I believe, will end with me becoming a god myself. I don't know. I've seen visions of cult worshiping me, and I want to get there eventually. This is just a stepping stone,
And that is why you must rid yourself of him.
And keep in mind, I have abilities from before Nanul, and I've got the scars, and I pointed to the runes on my body, that are separate from that too. We'll see.
I'm not discounting you. I am just
No, I'm just saying he's not all
things
my
as I
power.
understand them.
Sure.
You can't realize your destiny if you are deriving your power from someone else.
I'll drink to that. And he finishes his mug. Kind of leans against you a little bit as he puts it down.
And Krugo just look at you like we're probably both starting to get fairly drunk at this point. So how strong is a Yeti?
Yeah, I am. 14. I'm snoring. Huh? Sadie.
Do you know what a Yeti actually is?
Yeah. Big, furry sucker. They're really hard to spot too. Because where I come from, up in the Crystal Mountains, way to the north, they're rare up there even, but they're so white that they hide in the ice and the snow, and they're really hard to see. But the thing that makes them really fierce is fear. So I mean, that's the thing you gotta when you're getting ambushed by a Yeti. It's like you don't know he's there, and the next thing you know, he's using you, grabbing you by the leg, grappling you, and just beating you against your friends, and they just soil themselves. It's a thing of beauty, and it's glorious. Okay, and I am so jazzed that you're gonna fight one. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like, I can make epic stories about this if nothing else. It's gonna be glorious just to have you kick the shit out of him. But he's a worthy opponent for you, truly. It could
Tune in
only make
next
your
week
reputation better.
when Glizzy stops being a witch and becomes a bard.
Totally. Halfway there with
The
all
whole thing. The whole thing's had reclass vibes.
Well, I can't wait to give him a taste of his own medicine and throw him around the streets of this city.
Running through the streets fighting. Yeah, I'm sure the guards will be totally on par with this because you're helping out take out that Yeti that got loose somehow, and now you're doing a good thing. Hey, I'm glad we didn't get in trouble so far for the vampire thing that we helped out defend the city by. I was kind of worried there that the local inhabitants would describe certain people that were in that altercation that may have already had a run-in with the law. And, we've had problems with the guards at times. And then all of a sudden, I stop talking. I'm just mouthing words, but you hear them in your head. Because sometimes some people will tell the guards to walk upstairs behind the orc, and he will lead you to that dwarf you're looking for. Yeah, motherfucker, it was me. You didn't know that, did you?
Why would I know or care?
I can talk to you sometimes if I have to without using my words out loud. Just thought you might want to know that as an advantage. We can still communicate behind enemy line.
That is good to know. But the dwarves' issues with the guard are his own.
Oh, I know. I'm glad that they're being cool about it. That we were openly fighting in the streets, I guess, for the right reasons, rather than just being dicks to us because, and I lightly thump your chest, orc and goblin, And we don't get a fair shake in Hume towns like this. Especially with the other stuff we got in our group or whatever. They got a better shot than we do, but it's nice that at least fear or respect, whatever, I don't care, but, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining, Usually with me it's higher, it's the head, but you know what I mean.
And that's why the basis of the place I will run will be that of strength. And
you got ideas for followers where we're going to get citizens from?
I will go back to the orc town where Thunk is, and I will challenge their chief and take over that tribe.
What's a Thunk? Oh, you mean the guy from with the crazy no cave?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't remember his name. Not me, not you, so I didn't remember so much. Importance, I guess. Yeah.
But that will likely be my start, but it will require likely our group to do something for the tribe to prove my worthiness. But once that is done, I imagine he will quickly fall asunder, and I will be their new war chief as well.
Got a question for you. I'm working on some pieces for your outfit for when you fight. If we had a Yeti skin with the fur for it, I think that'd make some nasty boots and maybe like a loincloth with the white fur. Boots with the fur would be amazing. Don't you think so? Like with the claws still on them. Oh, come on. You got to kill this Yeti so I can skin it. Come on.
Get some ankle bottom jeans.
That would be so cool, dude.
I will kill it, and what you and the others decide to do at that point is up to you.
Honestly, I mean, as long as I had the feet, it doesn't have to be dead. We just chop the feet off. I'm good. I can work with.
I may be able to break them. I don't know about chop them off.
We've had this trouble before. No one has a fucking slashing or a weapon.
I just have to gnaw them off with my teeth. I thought I bought a cleaver at some point, didn't I? No, I borrowed it from someone else. Anytime we needed a knife or something to do the dragon turtle, I had to borrow. Oh, I used the creation thing to make a cleaver. I think that's what it was.
I mean, we've got an axe that no longer has a rune on it.
Battle axes are martial, though.
Yeah.
I guess if I'm just using them for chopping, it should be fine, though, right, Zargan?
Are you proficient with anything?
I'm proficient with simple weapons.
Sure, we can get like a hand axe cheap or something.
I like how wheel blades are a simple weapon, but I can't use a fucking axe.
We need a sawtooth thing for you to hack parts off people when you have them in a submission hold or something.
If you guys had an actual fighter type person around.
Yeah, the only bladed weapon I can really use is a dagger, it looks like.
Dart.
You stop and look at the dart. Good job. Good luck.
Daggers can use slashing.
I think I had a sickle at one point, but I got rid of it because
It weighed too much, yeah.
I still have a sling and sling stones I'm carrying for no reason. I'm pretty much done at that point, though. I'm just drowsy. If you want to take me back to the house, I'll probably fall asleep.
Just thinking about leaving him there.
Let's just wake up at a gutter somewhere. All sick over myself.
No, I will, like, basically, I rolled my fort check and I rolled really well, so I'm assuming I'm not getting any more drunk, and then I'll just, like, lift him up and, like, take him back to the clubhouse. And then I'll just, like, lay him on the floor in the clubhouse and go to sleep myself.
As I'm laying there on the floor, just kind of muttering, stuff, whatever. Hey, go cold foxtrot.
Just because you got a 34 does not mean you're not drunk. Because the more you drink, the higher your difficulty goes up.
Okay, so...
No, you are drunk, but you're not, like, inebriated, passed out, like Glizik is.
And if I see any guard, I can slap him awake and I'm being observed by someone else.
I cry like a baby. Why are you hitting your child?
You guys make it back to the chapter house. There's a lantern left on, turned down way low, but everyone else is in bed, still sleeping. You kind of lay Glizik like under the kitchen table, because you put him on top of it, but then as you walk away, you go, he'll fall off and probably die. So you put him underneath it.
D6 bludgeoning damage.
I mean, come on, we all know he's the weakest hit point one here. Even the wizard had like twice his hit points. And then you go upstairs and you think you go into your room, but you go actually into Zakara's room. She's in the bed. You kind of lay down. You kind of go into the room. You see someone in bed. You just lay on the floor, Kruger, and go to sleep.
I thought you were going to say he got into the bed with her and just fell asleep. Didn't even realize she's there.
She'd probably cut his throat. So we will stop it here tonight. I'm not sure. I think Bio's still here. I'm not sure if he left for work yet or not.
Well, that's any of your business.
It is, because you're still logged in if you've already left.
Sounds like he's on his phone.
I know, it does. So we passed an additional half day of downtime.
Yeah, Rich Fest. 21, 25.
Next couple days will go pretty quick, I think. Because some of the initial stuff people wanted to do is done, and the pockets are getting kind of empty. But I do believe we will not play next Friday because someone's going into Hawaii and not taking the Knoll with them.
I'm not going to Hawaii.
I know. Fable is. He doesn't love us. So our next session we're looking at be the 3rd of February. So hopefully with stuff out of the way, we can start getting back week to week on our sessions. Get some time passed. Like I said, we'll probably pass 3 or 4 days next time. I'm guessing, but you never know. So we'll get up to maybe when the menagerie arrives, and Raz will take his test.
Yeah, test time, and also perusing everything that place has for sale.
Not until after you pass.
Yeah.
And join.
Yeah, I got their damn money.
You better have money, because I mean it costs Glizik and Galvin 50 gold each to join the Mage Guild.
I believe I was quoted 35 gold.
I don't know. I'd have to actually look. I'm assuming you are not at home Bio?
I am not at home. How did you know?
Okay.
Joke's on you. I was on the phone even at home just when I was getting ready.
I figured you might have been, but. So we'll pass some time, watch Fable go fight something. If the fight pit, then maybe fight a Yeti. Be interesting to see how well the big bad orc fights without his fancy gloves.
It's not even going to be a Yeti. It's going to be like a mammoth.
It's just a chimp they painted white.
It's like one of those freaking zoos where they took a zebra, but it's really just a horse that's painted.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
that whole thing. Like if you
It's a
played
goat
Red Dead
that's a
2, that entire like zoo quest line.
Yeah, and Red Dead Redemption, the lion was a dog with like freaking scarf on it.
It's freaking Chow. It's one of those Chow dogs. But hope you guys all had some fun this evening.
Oh,